I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect? Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
God damn it! God damn it, it's right!
Hey everybody, welcome to the Detroit Cast. I'm Mike, that is Jay. Big E is here. Timko is here. How are you, buddy?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Did you go and
Good morning.
vote?
Good night, whatever it is. I voted, yeah.
You did. Good for you.
Of course.
At least one of us in the room did. Did anybody else vote?
Nope. I normally vote every time, but I've been
So busy. Too busy for democracy.
I've been under the weather, so I didn't vote.
Don't love our country.
I protest vote, which means I don't vote because I protest the fact that I hate every one of them. I don't want to vote for anybody. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could at least go and write me in like some other folks did yesterday.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They wrote you in for what?
I'm still waiting for the final count.
County dump inspector? That's what people would write me in for.
Supreme Court Justice, sir.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what did they just wrote Jay Detroit Cast in?
Yeah, next to Dick Bernstein.
It says Jay from the Detroit Cast.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Final tally's not in yet.
Yeah.
Should you demand a recount on a write-in vote or no?
Hold the whole thing up.
No, just because then they would
The
have
whole
to mention.
statewide election.
But then they'd have to talk about you,
Hilarious.
though. They would have to talk about the Detroit Cast and Jay.
Anything for the show, right, Eric?
Yes, exactly.
Would you call Bernstein and the acknowledging defeat and all that stuff that they do, concede,
I concede.
Dick, I'm conceding.
Who is this? Jay Detroit Cast.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw you on the ballot.
I had this groundswell of support at the end, the last 4 hours.
That's awesome. Yeah, I kind of feel bad about it, but not really.
You really should vote, dude.
But I'd probably just cancel out someone else, so does it really matter?
Yeah.
That's the point of
you should-
voting. That's exactly what voting is.
I can't be bothered. I've got a
No, you
cult to
don't.
run.
Yeah, that's true.
E, how did your stand-up go yesterday? You went out. I'm sure some of our lovely listeners came to see you.
They
Right?
did, and the
Fortunately.
reason I know that is people were Facebooking me at about 10 o'clock last night going, where the fuck is he?
He wasn't
I'm
there
like,
yet.
Not my turn to watch him. I don't know, dude. And then it occurred to me, did he forget?
No.
Oh, shit. He's telling people to go to Port Huron. He forgot.
No. I misjudge how long it takes to get there all the time. And plus, when I leave here, there's a lot of time to go, so I have time to kill. So I go do stuff, and then I just misjudge the time. So I got there.
So you didn't get lost like you told him.
I had made that up, but yes.
Oof. So you're lying to the listeners now?
Now we don't know
Don't
what
lie
to
to your
believe.
listeners.
I didn't lie to
Otherwise
the
they won't listen to
listeners.
you.
I lied to the guy that was running the thing.
Hmm.
But the thing is, as he Facebooked me, and he's like, "Oh, you have fans here, Eric, or whatever." And I was like, I knew I was
Or
at
whatever.
I knew I was 5 minutes away. So at that time, I didn't know. I didn't want to say nothing.
So you
because-
crushed. How did it go? You crushed.
No, I did bad. I had a bad set. I'll be honest.
You did?
Yeah, I did not go that well.
It's an artist thing.
I was I don't know, dude. I wasn't feeling good. I was feeling really under the weather.
You sound it still. You still sound like
I'm
you're under the
actually
weather.
today better than I have been in a week. I'm not saying I'm 100% now, but I'm like 90% right now. So, but I was feeling really shitty. I didn't even really want to do it, but I knew there was going to be people there, and one specific person that I want to say, Mr. K-Dog.
K-Dog came out?
Was there with his girlfriend, and since I didn't do too good, she for one was there very had no problem telling me right afterwards
She's
that I
honest.
wasn't that funny. And
good job,
then
Mrs. K-Dog.
No, not good job. And then decided to tell me that after watching tonight, she decides she thinks she could do stand-up comedy.
Well,
Well,
that's quite a
challenge.
proclamation.
I want to see her do comedy very bad now. I
More
don't care.
importantly, was she hot?
She was good looking, yeah.
Yeah, would you?
I would have sex with her. But,
Good work again, K-Dog.
But no, I want to see his girlfriend. I don't know what her name is. I didn't even ask, to be honest with you.
You don't care.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
But I want to see her do comedy in the upcoming future right now. I want
In the very upcoming future right now.
soon.
All right.
As soon as possible. No,
Well
I don't
put.
want to give her 6 months where she can like write. Really, I want her to
You
go.
gotta let her
jokes.
prep, dude.
No,
No?
she said after watching last night, she felt like she could get up and do that.
Okay.
How
It'd be
bad
funny.
were you? How bad were you that someone watched you and went, "Oh my God, I could do that"?
Well, I think she was also, to be honest, I think she was going on. In general, the open mic wasn't as strong as there was a few people that weren't that good.
Yeah.
So maybe in general, she might have even been talking about the whole night as a whole. It wasn't one of the better open mics I've been to. You know,
She was probably told that you were an award-winning comic.
right. I had won that
And-
contest a few weeks, and I'd been coming off 2 strong open mics too. That one, and then I did one in Lansing last week where I had a really good set too. So
So this is the one though that they introduced
that's
him
how
as
it-
Eric from the Detroit cast.
Yeah, they
And then he
did say it.
bombs.
They did say
And then
that
he bombs.
today.
Oh no.
He only did it because people were coming up and asking him, like the guy that was running it, people were there and were telling them, like, oh, we're waiting for this Eric or whatever. So
Do we have video of this set?
I don't think so.
No.
But,
Oh boy.
I actually, well, no.
One of the listeners is sending some in, but I don't see it.
I don't want to watch it. I really don't want to watch it. It was
That's okay.
really
We
bad.
do.
I know.
That's
but
all that matters.
It was very. I kind of rewrote a joke that I've been working on, and that didn't go very well, and the
Oof.
others didn't go very well.
Oof.
So.
That's tough.
But
Hard.
there was a lot of listeners out there, which is incredibly awesome. And honestly, it's the only reason I still went out. I was feeling crappy enough that I wasn't going to go. If this was a year ago and I knew I'm driving up to Port here and nobody is going to be there. When I did these a year ago, there'd be nobody I would know that would go to this.
Yeah.
I would have probably Facebooked them and said, dude, I'm just feeling crappy as shit. I'm going to stay home. But I knew there was going to be people, and I wouldn't have been able to get a hold of them and tell them, hey, I'm not going to be up there. And so I did, and it was, thank God, because like one of them drove an hour and like 10 minutes to be there, him and his wife or girlfriend.
Poor thing.
I
Did
know.
you offer him a refund at least?
No, I did not. And not only that, but they bought me a beer, so they paid me. So
How enraged were you when K-Dog's girlfriend said that? Did you really take it deep, or?
yeah, no, you know what? I don't mind her saying I wasn't funny because I wasn't. I had a horrible set. I wasn't funny last night. I was the minute I walked off the stage, I was pissed about it.
So what are you mad
But-
about?
Dude, the fact that she just decided that she can come up. I think after watching one night, I think I could do this.
Maybe she can.
I doubt it. Dude, no way.
The first time Eric ever did stand up
Oh my God.
was in studio with us, and
Oh my God,
we
dude.
talked him into it one morning. I said, dude, you could do this.
No, this is. Dude,
And we sent you into the prod room and the production room and gave you a half hour to work out his set.
well, Jay, this is what happened, Jay. I was gonna take this stand-up class, and Mike and Walters and Mark are sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, man. We'll help you with some ideas." And I just said, "Oh, I already have a few ideas," and that was like, boom.
It's like, oh,
All
wow,
right.
you've got this
Wow.
covered. All right.
Half an hour, I had to be fucking tell a 5-minute set on the air.
On the air.
On the air.
Oh, shit.
It was
It
brutal.
was so horrible.
It was brutal.
And the legend of Eric was born.
Oh, it was.
It
It was brutal.
It was so
I
bad.
mean, we heckled him the entire time.
I gotta be honest though, dude, and I'm not someone who really, I'm not trying to talk myself up, but dude, I do give myself a lot of credit for for doing it and finishing it. I finished that 5 minutes, dude. I mean, in front of, I mean,
Yeah, at least you finished, Mike.
Well,
I didn't even
it's not
think about it.
everything.
I didn't even
It's
think
not
about
a hill to die on.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Maybe if you were doing 4 or 5 routines a night, you'd run a little low on jokes one night. It's no big deal. Not a hill to die on.
No,
That's all
but
I'm saying.
I just think that some people, when you really look back on it, the fact that in a half hour, you know, how many people are listening to that show at any given time, dude, to go up and try it first time ever, right? I never wrote a joke in my life. You know what I mean? I'm not.
No,
I'm
I know
not-
it showed. No, it showed. I could tell you'd never ever written a joke in your life.
Well, yeah.
The best one. He was up there. I remember at one point he was saying, "Yeah, what's with all these people? Like, guy's name is Robert, but call me Bob, or some guy's named Richard, but call
Richard
me
and the
Dick.
I don't get it.
Call me Dick. My name's Eric, and call me Elbow." And so, that's what he said.
Well, the concept
And then it
was-
was like, "You're not funny, Elbow." Started blasting, called him Elbow the rest of the time.
There was that, and then to this day, me and my to this day,
Get off the stage, Elbow.
there was that one, and to this day, me and my one buddy, still, I had 2 jokes, Jay. I had 2 jokes where I'm like, so I moved back home recently with my parents, so I'm getting late all the time, obviously. Oh, that's nervous. And Mark was just like, why is it obvious? And to this day, I have a friend that, like, we're around each other, and I'll be like, oh, dude, Chubbs, obviously I was drunk last night. He's like, why is it obvious? Why is it obvious?
It was brutal. I mean, there were 4 guys feasting like lions in a den, just peppering this dude. He couldn't get through 2 seconds. It's amazing you stood up there and took that
That's
beating.
what I'm saying.
'Cause it was
is
brutal.
What, 500,000 listeners at any given, whatever?
It was bad.
You know what's funny?
It was awesome, though, for us.
One of the lunches I had last Friday, I did a lunch last Friday, was with this Ryan dude, and he was in studio here before Jay was here. But he was the guy who did the comedy contest that one time. When we did the contest, we did a listener come in.
Oh, yeah.
He was the one who did the contest, even. Which
Okay.
is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway.
those stand-up things, that's the hard thing. You can do material one night that kills. The next night you can do the exact material and bomb.
That's the other
So
thing.
it really is an art form, and it's hard to do.
It's really hard to... Well, just
If you're feeling shitty too, like it's hard to focus, right? Be
dude,
sharp.
honestly, I was so congested.
Well,
and,
you would think, but not necessarily. Like Joe Montana in the Texas bowl
Well,
game.
Okay, well, you know
when he
what?
had the flus
I'm not
and-
Joe Montana. He was in the NFL.
No, I know, I'm
met
just
an
saying,
open
he's
mic at Lynch's
they're
on Monday
pros.
night.
He was
Yeah.
more
I'm not a
steady,
pro.
flipping with the mic.
You're right.
there.
I'm not a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Some people rise
wondering.
to the occasion.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I think of Jordan.
Other people
Isaiah
lay down.
Thomas. Remember when Isaiah broke his ankle?
Oh my
Basically
gosh.
broke his ankle.
Score like 23
Yeah,
in a
you're talking
in
about
a
a
quarter.
professional Hall of
I don't think
Famer
anyone's
NBA
ever done that
basketball player.
since.
I'm not that,
Certainly not
so.
Eric.
No. So you get a little stuffy nose, and the show can't go on. But that's all right.
You know, the
It's-
funny thing is,
Their
though,
character is judged in times like that.
you do say, and you're right, by the way. You can flat out tell certain jokes that kill one night, and the problem is
It's all in the delivery. Blame you, not the audience.
it's always a big
They're the
deal.
victims.
It's always a very big deal to have that first joke be good too. Like if you open up and the joke sucks, it can ruin the whole
Tank the set.
And the first joke I did was something that I just was working on, and that didn't go well. And the rest of the jokes I told were all I actually, because of that, told jokes after that have in the past done good, and they didn't even work. And it was
Really?
just-
So you think the audience was a little slower, a little
no, I didn't.
didn't quite have that sense of humor
I
that
think I
that was
just-
required?
Which is sad because I had 7
Because
people
it
there
worked,
wanting
obviously,
to
with smarter audiences that understand humor better. It sounds like the material has worked.
Yeah, exactly. No,
So-
I mean it's a
So
sad-
is the audience's fault.
I even said after the second joke, I'm like, "There's people that came here to see me, and I can't make them laugh." Like,
Well, I give you
Anyway.
kudos for trying, Eric. And I think you're funny. No
dude,
one
it was,
else does,
it
but
was just a bad night. No, I had a great set 2 weeks ago with Lansing too, plus the one with the contest. So.
all right.
Whatever.
Hey, it is the Detroit Cast Wednesday edition of the show. I didn't even tell what we got going on today. We will not be covering the election all day. Forget it.
Because
None
we're
of us
just
really
tired
care.
of it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just tired of it. That's why.
I don't care to go over the shitty commercials they've been running for 2 months, just blasting each other. That's cliche to bag on that anyways.
And it has nothing to do that we don't know we don't know the results. It's just we're sick of it.
Yeah.
Don't want to
and-
talk about it anymore.
Yeah, we know all this stuff. We're well versed on it and studied, but it just seems
Really?
boring. So we won't waste our time with that. We will do sexual fantasies, though. There's a new study that's been done, and a pretty extensive one too.
They compare men to women.
Yeah, men to women, and ask them about their sexual fantasies. And so we've got the results from those. Maybe we'll quiz each other and see how we would do. Not really a quiz, but what people are into. we'll get into that. Also, an interesting death in New York yesterday. We'll get into that a little bit. A mother who was at her wit's end and did something I don't think most people would do. The axe attacker. We've got some more information on him, and we'll talk about that Philly kidnapping in just a second. I did want to mention our newest sponsor, Zot Ford. Foosball, ping pong in the lobby. I'm already in. The hottest sales staff in Oakland County, per them, not us. We didn't say that. We're reporting what we've been told, but we haven't met these girls yet, so I can only go based on what I'm told. But that's right. Head to Zot Ford in Holly. They are the dealership that not only wants to treat you like royalty, but give you an additional $500 on your trade-in when you tell them the Detroit Cast or Big E sent you. Zot Ford, located just north of Great Lakes Crossing on Holly Road, just off of I-75, which makes it really easy to get to. If you're just going up 75, it's really not even that far.
No, you can't miss it.
East exit 98.
Yep.
So look for them there.
Hey, dare I say it's a big show today?
Dare you say yes?
Yeah.
It is. It is a big show. Did you see the Philly abduction, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's frightening, man.
It is. She's fighting, too.
Oh, yeah.
She's fighting
She kicked
back.
out windows, right?
2 of them. I guess the driver's side and the rear window. Kicked out. You ever tried to kick out a window?
No.
Not easy. Video recorded. It was all recorded on video, and we'll play some of it here in a second. There's no, obviously, it's just security cam, so there's no audio, but it's pretty crazy to see. I don't know what it is about. Like, if you would have just said there was a kidnapping in Philadelphia, you'd go, okay, whatever, that sucks. But seeing like
This moment on tape,
Yeah.
where this woman realizes, holy shit, this is it.
yeah, she's probably dead too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you see his car pull up, and then he gets out of the car, walks down the street, and then you see her in the distance cross the street, and then him, and then all of a sudden it's on, and he's tackled her, he's grabbed her. It's just like, wow. Do you think he knew her? They're saying there's no evidence to say that at all, but
Yeah, what is she, like 22 or something?
yeah, and her name is Carlisha Gaither. They've got a $15,000 reward.
No, he's probably one of these predators who's just,
Yeah,
lying in wait,
that's crazy.
waiting to take a possession.
But usually, I would think in situations like that where you're looking for the weakest link. You're looking for the animal that's wounded. This doesn't look like a wounded animal. She doesn't look intoxicated.
Right.
From what I'm seeing, it just seems like of all, I understand. I mean, I don't understand, but I understand why predators would target the stumbling drunk girl in a college town. You can understand, like, okay, that's a weak prey right there. But this one is weird. I don't know. You want to roll the video there? And kind of describe what's going on a little bit. So here's the guy's car.
He's pulling in right now.
Yeah, it just seems way more planned than you would. Like, why would you think that you could pull down the street, stop, park, and that nobody else is going to be coming around, and a girl's going to be coming? You think he saw her a block away?
There, right?
I mean, it just makes me think, like, did he know she was coming down the street?
She get off the bus here?
No.
No.
I don't think so either. Yeah, you'll have to fast forward it. You'll see him.
Yeah, he's going across the street over here. He's like...
Yep.
Yeah,
So there he goes.
wearing all black, like a black hoodie, black hat.
They say he's a black guy, 5'10", 190, I think. Yeah, zip it ahead to where she's crossing the street. So there she goes. Now she's crossing the street, and he's hot on her tail.
Oh, that's chilling, man.
Isn't that creepy when you think about your loved ones?
Nobody around.
Yeah, nobody around, but there's still street lights. It's not like this is in Detroit where there's not street lights.
So he's got her there, right?
Yeah, he grabs her there,
He confronts her kind of at the corner.
and he's running her.
Yeah, he's sort of doing what the guy did to the autistic football player right now. He's
Pancaked.
pushing him back about 30 yards.
Now she finally does what she should have done way back there, which is drop her legs and just fall. And she's fighting back, and he's
God, man. Just trying to get her into the car.
punching her, stuffing her in the car. This is the weird part, though. This guy pulls up, obviously has seen something, and stops.
Wow.
And then he backs up and leaves.
What?
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, apparently the guy used her ATM card after. Is that right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
So she wasn't dead. She had to give him a pin, obviously.
That's fucking weird, dude.
So you
That
keep
card.
doing shit like that, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Using ATMs and shit.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Isn't that crazy?
How did
Yes.
that guy stop and pull and back away and just drive
Well,
away?
I think that's we all like to think we'd be the hero in a situation, but I could see if you're there, like the thought in your head might be, oh my God, like the odds that you're gonna see something so like a crime in progress like that, you just don't expect to walk into a bank when a bank robber walks in. You don't expect to ever see an abduction on a street. So
But why stop?
I could see if that's Jay, for instance, you're going, I've got a wife and 3 kids. What am I going to do? Beat this guy up right here? He might have a gun.
Right.
Who knows what he's got? I'm better off backing up, calling 911.
And you're probably processing, like you say, you never expect the worst, so you're probably thinking, oh, is
Guy's
that
fighting with his
a
girlfriend.
couple, or are they just kind of in a scuffle of some sort or something?
Yeah, is she too drunk and he's trying to get her in
Yeah.
the car?
Do you know it was a guy in the car? I mean, it could have been an elderly lady coming home from bingo. I
Yeah.
don't know who was in the car that backed up.
Yeah, I don't know. But her glasses and cell phone were found on the highway.
So she was trying to leave a trace, maybe,
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, because she did kick out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I think we all like to think we'd be hero guy and know what to do, but when you're in those situations and all of a sudden your adrenaline's going, like, would you jump out of the car and attack the guy?
Plate, right? At least
That'd
get
be the
something,
minimal
take a
thing,
picture, do
dude.
something,
Yeah.
right?
You would think. Yeah.
I think that'd be the minimal.
Right, and they're just going on. They're saying 2000 to 2002 dark gray metallic 4-door.
So how does this guy?
Ford
how does
Taurus.
that person not write up? They clearly pulled in. 'Cause
Right.
They thought they saw something.
Yeah,
It was like you said. Okay, maybe you think you don't know that it's that, but dude, I'd be honest. If that were me and I was pulled in, at a minimal, I'm writing that plate down. And maybe you don't call right away, but the minute you hear something later and realize, dude, I was right there. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's a minimal to me. What you would do.
especially when it hits the news the next day.
Because clearly he realized that he doesn't just back out, he or she, whoever's driving that car. You don't just back out like that because he thinks, oh, nothing's happening. Oh, maybe it's just a drunk girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Then if that's what you think, then you just move on.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
Well, that's actually what I probably would do.
Would you sideswipe him?
No, take the car.
Biggie.
Not sideswipe him, but like,
Yeah.
make it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you would not.
Yeah, I think I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't believe that for a second that you would sideswipe the guy.
Biggie, you've told us stories that involve you taking a stranger and using
Pulling
them
them-
as a shield because you don't want to die.
You're twisting my words.
No, that's
I'm not.
what I-
That's
You're
pretty much.
100.
Yeah.
No, yes,
Somebody's
you are.
aiming a gun at you, and you're grabbing another person.
No,
putting them
that's
in front of
not the story. God
That's-
damn it.
that's
not the
exactly
story.
what I
No,
remember.
No, well, it's
I
not-
want to live. I don't know. I wanna live.
Operation Human Shield, you called it.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Okay. Whatever. You guys can sit there, you little butt brothers can sit there and do whatever you want, I guess. But I mean,
Butt brothers.
butt buddies, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
There you go.
Well,
That's not
hold
what I
on. Just
said.
clarify the story then, because
The
we've all
story
heard it
is-
3 times.
The
but-
story
go ahead.
is a guy is just sitting there and he has a gun to my head or a stranger, and he just literally. I mean, it's an
He
insane
asked you the
situation. Yes,
question.
it's an insane situation. It would never happen.
Oh, that's what this girl thought too.
No, but the story is this guy would flat out say, he would ask me, there'd be a guy, me, and a stranger sitting here, and he would ask me for some reason. I don't know why, but he would ask me for some reason, one of you is dying right now. You want to
Yes.
you or him, and
So-
I'd say him.
And then Operation Human Shield kicks in,
I've
and you
never
choose
said
you
no,
choose
It's the
no, no.
stranger.
equivalent. It's the
No,
equivalent.
it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
not the same as flat out taking a person and throwing him.
How is it different?
Yes, you're choosing to live over them. And I think you went as far as saying child, woman, it doesn't matter.
No, I never said that. Actually,
Maybe I'm changing the narrative.
I
but-
wouldn't care whether it was a woman or a guy. That wouldn't come into mind. And I don't, frankly, think I would care whether it was a child or not. But
So
Yeah.
then
So,
it doesn't
all
matter.
right.
If
I
it's
never
a child
said
or
it,
woman.
but I would say. Now
So
that I
I
think
think you
about
said it now.
You wouldn't stop the abduction.
No. This
There's
is not what I said. If you listen to me, what I just said is at a minimal in this scenario.
At a minimal, you would run into him. You
I
would
said at a
sidestep.
minimal, I said I would take the license plate down and call it in.
I think
later.
we would all do that, unquestioned.
Well, he just said he wouldn't even think he would do that.
No, I would have attacked the guy personally.
Yeah, you actually said you didn't even know what you would do, is what you said. And you
I've never been put in that position.
No, and you said you could see backing away, going, "Oh, no big deal, probably."
Well, I know. I have a feeling I know what you would do.
I would not get.
You would.
I would not
You
get. out of my
would drive by. Your window would be down. Girls just want to have fun. Would be blaring, and you just hear Biggie yell out the window like, "Sometimes you gotta remind the hen who the rooster is."
That is not what I would do.
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Could you
guys
see
can
that,
believe-
Jay?
Yeah.
You guys can believe it. You
I
want.
don't
That's
see
not
him
what
stepping in to assist the damsel in
I
distress.
would not. I probably would not
That's
get.
the last thing
I would
see.
probably not get out of my car, but I would use my. I could see. I would. Could,
Would it depend if she was hot or not?
No, it wouldn't. That wouldn't change.
Really?
I would help an ugly person just like I would help a good looking
I don't know if
person.
that's true.
Oh,
I don't know if I
boy.
believe that at all.
But,
I don't think you would help either. Just for the record, my
I
personal
would.
thought.
I would do something. I don't know what I would do, but I would try to do something.
Yeah.
I probably would
I
not
don't
get out
think
of
you
my car.
would.
I probably would not get out of my car, but I would probably, if I really felt it was a real situation. Dude, that person pulled into that street. I think they pulled in for a reason because I think they saw something. There's a reason I think that person pulled in and stopped there. And if I actually saw a girl getting dragged by a guy, dude, yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing.
I guess the question is, what would you do?
I don't know
That's
what I
what
would
we've been
do.
talking
Sideswipe
about.
the
for
car.
this. Yeah, but
Such
it's
a-
not sideswipe the car.
No.
I think
You
I-
wouldn't want to dent your own vehicle.
No, I would use my car as a. I would not
As a
get out of
weapon?
the car probably, but I would use my car in a way to try to stop him. I guess I don't know.
You'd probably end up killing the girl.
Probably, but I would try.
No, you wouldn't.
You'd be on.
Okay, well you can believe what you want. I don't care. I mean,
He tried to do a pit maneuver on a parked car.
A what?
He'd do what?
He tried to pit the car, like police do with him
Oh, yeah.
chasing the vehicle.
Would you do that?
But it's
No.
I don't know what
hard.
that means.
Like trap him in?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at when I said
No,
sideswipe.
you wouldn't.
And then what? When he goes, get the fuck out of my way.
I don't
Okay,
know,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, dude,
My bad.
what do you guys think? Honestly, like I don't think you haven't said one thing that you would do. And then you said I don't know. I can't say you can't say what we. Oh, none of us can say what we would do. So either of you have said anything either. So
Oh, I'd have taken him down. I would have eliminated the threat.
Leg whip.
Gone off the top rope. Done something.
Off the top.
I would have done something.
the top rope.
Yeah, he would have had a world of me coming at him, especially if she was hot.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're getting new information about the axe wielder in New York City.
Remember this cat
Yes.
runs up to, I think there's 3 rookie cops standing there during some sort of photo thing or something?
Yeah, this happens a lot in New York City where people, see New York City policemen in Spider-Man movies, and so they take pictures with these guys. So there's a lot of people that will come up to a New York City cop and, oh, can we get a picture? And when they can, they'll take pictures with people,
So they're standing there, and
Yeah.
my man
posing for a photo.
runs up and whacks 2 of them, right?
Yes.
With like a hatchet that you buy at Home Depot. Just
yeah,
Ugh.
handheld hatchet.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, I can't. That might be one of the worst ways to. I'd rather be shot.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be shot than axed
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
or stabbed. I don't want to be stabbed.
Because you could walk around with an axe sticking out of your head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've seen that. I wouldn't want to do that. Or some guy was in a McDonald's not long ago with an axe sticking out of his back. Yeah.
Christ.
Ah. Well, this guy, as you would probably guess, was not the most mentally stable cat on the planet.
For shock.
Yeah. They've finally pieced together the final days and weeks in the life of Zale Thompson. Does he look 32?
God, he looked way older.
I mean, would you? If I would have said 52 or 62?
I was going to say 52, yeah.
Yeah. 32. He was shot and killed by police who were defending themselves at the time. 2 sources say that Thompson's history paints a picture of a man consumed by jihadi philosophy and a desire to attack U.S. government and authority figures. And they think he was egged on by what happened in Canada.
Okay.
That asshole.
Yeah, I think it was the same day or next day, right?
It was the day before that the Canada one happened.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the next day. As of last Thursday, detectives had found 277 sites he visited within the last 9 months that had something to do with Al-Qaeda, ISIS, beheadings, or jihad. Yeah. He's been all over the charts, they said. In just 7 seconds, he hit 2 uniformed cops as they were taking photos. They dismissed early suspicion that the people who asked for the pictures had set up the cops. There was rumor about that.
Oh, okay.
That they were in on it somehow. They've dismissed that. There's, let's see, in addition to the websites viewed by the attacker, sources say his computer showed a rambling manifesto in which he wrote, "Seek them out, watch them, and attack them. Chop off the head of the beast. If we can't do it there, we have to do it here."
Look at that picture right there from the surveillance.
32.
Look at that dude.
Yeah.
Just running up there, 2 hands on that thing, just ready to whack him.
Oh, God, that would suck. About 5 days before the attack, he locked himself in a room in his father's home.
Father?
Yeah, he was back at mom and dad's,
Mother, father?
where he did little but view jihadi websites until his father threw him out on the 21st.
What?
Yeah, he locked himself in his room for days and just watched jihadi videos.
Dude,
And his
what
dad
is-
finally
Dad's like, get the fuck out of here,
"You're a
man.
nut job, beat it."
don't you think, I mean, at that point, if you throw him out because that's why, wouldn't you call somebody too, maybe? Be like, dude, my son was just at my house.
You would think, but again, it gets into that gray area where they haven't done anything yet.
Right.
He's just
Yeah,
watching
That's
videos.
the trick,
The
man.
problem is,
It's a
even if,
huge problem.
yeah, even if he called somebody, they'd probably just say, okay.
In New York City, they wouldn't even waste their time going over to investigate.
Yeah, what would they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your kid's a weirdo, but we can't stop him from watching beheading videos. He was angry at authority, angry at the establishment, so he is basically there getting hypnotized by the computer. Talk about brainwashing. This guy sat in a room for days, at least 3 straight, closed the door, and just sat in front of his computer.
Could you imagine?
It's psycho.
Can you?
No. And I,
Really?
I
Well,
watch
you
a
do
lot
it,
of
you
TV.
do it with like Simpsons. If that's his version of the Simpsons. I was watching a
It's
marathon
not
of the
quite
Simpsons.
same-
Into the mic, dude.
Not quite the same thing, dude.
Why not?
I guess.
Watching hours and hours, days worth. You did
I've
that for
never-
7 days straight. You watched nothing but the Simpsons.
Okay. To be,
So
You're
you
right,
love
that
the
was-
Simpsons and he loves jihadi. How's that not the same?
one's a cartoon show and one's people getting beheaded in real life
Well,
snuff films.
You know, those are whatever.
no, they're not details.
They
It's
are.
not the.
We're talking about lunatics locking themselves in
Yeah,
a room and watching
turning their-
endless
Turning
hours.
their
even
brains
that-
to mush.
No. And even that.
At
No, no.
at
This
my-
helps in life, everyday
At mom and
life.
dad's house too, by
Yeah.
the way.
Exactly.
The parallels are uncanny here.
They're undeniable.
They're undeniable.
No.
You can't just look
For
past this.
one, I only did that on a special occasion because it was this marathon on FXX.
Zale would say the same.
Two.
Zale
no,
would say
do
the
not
same.
say the same thing.
He might.
Two, no.
We don't know because they killed him, but he
Well,
might.
Two, I did not do it straight because I came here every day.
No, you were gay. We know that. But anyway, what does that have to do with Zale?
Do it.
What does that have to do with name? Maybe Zale was gay
consecutively. I
too.
did not
Who
do it
knows?
consecutively.
Did he tweet what he was watching though, like you did?
And reach out to other.
Dude, don't you have all those on DVD as well?
Only up till a certain season though, right now.
Mm.
Actually, though, now with the FXX app, you can have all the Simpsons ever on your phone right now. So don't even need to buy them anymore, I guess. Although I will still because I like the audio commentary. But
My
audio
God.
commentary. You're a nerd. I just think
but
it's.
I'm not the same. That's
uh,
ridiculous.
I don't know. I think it's kind of the same. I got to be honest with you. You see the similarities, right?
Absolutely.
Of course he does. What a shock.
Well, if he didn't see the similarities, he would tell me he doesn't see them.
No, I
No, he
do.
wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
You're in there just turning your head to mush, dude.
Yeah.
Watching meaningless bullshit.
You're watching yellow people, and he's watching brown people.
He
That's
is
the only
watching
difference. That's the only difference.
He's watching fucking
You're watching-
propaganda from a fucking radical extremist.
He's watching people go, "Oh, Akbar," and you're watching Homer go, "Oh, poo."
No, oh,
There's very little difference. Very little difference here.
okay. I don't, whatever.
And you use it as like a life guide. You're always bringing these Simpson-isms to our
Vernacular.
attention.
Yep.
As you feel, that life is imitating Simpsons. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong about that, but that's...
You're absolutely right, Jay.
Oh.
Did you see that disturbing news to go with the story, by the way? Timco just printed.
Attacked officer only eligible for $27 a day in pension. Wow.
Well, you
Is he
could
the-
live off that. You could live off $27 a day, right?
Yeah, I probably could.
That's pretty good per diem.
God,
Holy
they get
shit.
the raw end of the deal, don't they?
Yeah, he
cops?
was a rookie, so.
Well, I was going to say, was either that or was it like he was off duty technically, so...
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, under the city's current disability rules, that makes him eligible for a yearly disability payout of 50% of his salary for a total of approximately $21,000.
Why would anyone want to become a cop in Detroit or New York? I mean, no, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
Again, I get the concept of like a lot of people that do it because they want to.
The power of it. There's a power-hungry thing
Well, I was going
that
to
goes
say
into
the
that.
serving or whatever.
Yeah, there's that too. Some
But, like,
people
when you-
want the authority and the power. There's some cool about that job too.
But when you read stuff like that, I mean,
No, I don't
it's
understand
good.
how anyone becomes a teacher. I don't understand how anyone becomes a cop because they're so fucked in salary.
Mhm.
When people like us can talk into a
Nurse.
microphone and be just dickheads for a living and you can make a lot of money, It doesn't make sense. Like, why would someone go sacrifice all those years to be a teacher?
There's a lot to be said for liking what you do, though.
Yeah, but can you like what you do if you're getting dicked over in pay?
Apparently.
It just seems really unfair. I don't know, I guess. And those are both...
The good teachers are a special breed. I mean, you've had plenty of shitty ones who are just there, mailing it in. But the good ones, you can tell they love it.
In their defense, I was mailing it in as well.
Right.
So I can't really fault them for mailing it in on me.
Teachers I can see a little more than cops, though. Just because
it's not as risky.
Danger thing.
Yeah.
It used to not be as risky. It kind of is now.
Right.
Well,
to be honest with you. Do you ever think about that as a parent sending a kid to school?
Risk, like.
Yeah, like some psycho walking in with a gun.
Little bit. They just put a.
I mean, it's so rare.
They kind of locked down the school this year for the first time. In past years, the elementary, I'm like, holy shit! You can just walk in here, and they're like, oh, please stop at the office. Well, what if I don't want to? What if I want to go straight down that hall and
then
open the classroom door?
Back pocket.
Totally. Here's the first year where they put something. It's a locked door now.
Dude, it's not
really.
Yeah. That's funny. It's not even been that long. I know when I was in same thing. When I was in high school, anyone could have just walked in any door. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's going to stop you?
Exactly.
Well,
Mrs. Johnson.
At Greater Media, we had bulletproof glass around everything. We had gates that you had to get buzzed into. Then you had to get buzzed into the doors. But there were times you saw some you could pull right behind a car, wait for someone to go through that gate, and then just follow them in. And then you would never think twice about it. It's like, I can, whatever. And then they could stand by the door and wait for it to be buzzed in. You'd hold the door for them.
Yeah.
It's just common courtesies that we do in general existence. So you just don't think that some guy's going to walk in with a machete or a gun and light people up. And I think these schools, now, could you do it at Columbine? Probably be a lot harder right now to get a gun into Columbine, but for every other school in the country that hasn't dealt with things like that, they might act like they're on alert, but really, do you really think you couldn't get into a school with a gun and start?
Yeah, you totally could.
You could. You just could. Boy, sad story, weird story. Talk about shit luck. You're a construction worker in New York City, and another construction worker, 50 stories up, has a 1-pound tape measure fall off his belt,
dude,
and tumbles 50 stories and hits the guy in the head, kills him.
God, just 50 stories, dude. 50 stories.
Would it matter if it was 20 stories? Probably not.
God, that's high.
It is high.
And picture those tape measures.
Oh, yeah. Even if it from 50 stories, that's high enough. Like, it's going to get its maximum momentum after about, 10 stories? Probably. It's not going to pick up any more speed.
Right. 9 point. What is it? I'm trying to think about.
Yeah, what is the equation?
Fuck if I know.
But it doesn't matter if it fell from 2 miles or from 20 stories. It's going to...
meters per second.
But you always heard those kind of urban tales about somebody dropping a penny off the Empire State Building and it going like right through a guy's body, right? Right through the top of his head, lodged into his stomach or whatever.
We've heard those too with like a tornado picking up blades of grass and sticking them into trees and shit.
Yeah.
But that really does happen. So
pieces of paper, you see it just like into walls
crazy.
And shit. No, God, dude, 50 stories, one of those big ass tape measures. Yeah. It's just not your day, my man.
No. Meant to go. Yeah, it hit like a scaffolding and then bounced off that.
Oh, it bounced off that? Wow.
I think it hit it hit some metal railing and just kept coming, obviously it wasn't going to stop it.
God,
so yeah,
it even deflected and
still it was on a mission to hit him.
Dude, they're probably
he wasn't wearing a hard hat.
Yeah, no hard hat. There you go.
Yeah.
It's funny when
blame the victim.
Yeah.
When you think about things like that, like I don't know, like how the fact that it deflected and still hit him, it's weird, and because sometimes I do think it's an odd thing about death and when people die, and it's like that just seemed like that was his time.
Absolutely.
Like there was nothing.
Nothing the universe could have done.
Right. When you go back to like Back to the Future, like the guy, time travel and stuff. They always talk about that, but it's like a lot of those movies when they really delve into it, they kind of a lot of them, like they like to show that like no matter what you would do, things would still happen anyway. And like, dude, if the idea that something would fall down, then bounce off something, hit him right in the head and dead, it's like, dude, he was just supposed to die, I guess. I mean, it sucks, but that was whenever, Well,
we can all relate to walking down a street and seeing buildings up above with construction on them.
Yeah.
So you don't think of falling objects. Think about 9/11. Remember 9/11 with the
bodies, God.
the bodies that leapt out of those buildings, and one of them killed a firefighter. One of those dudes leapt to his death and landed on a firefighter.
Dude, I was running.
Killed him.
200 pounds raining down upon you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ugh.
I was running in a trail in the woods one time, and I swear to God,
Taking your life in your own hands there.
Shirtless.
I can't help you there.
never shirtless. But I was running.
Good, because you're doughy.
I was not doing back then. When I was doing this running, I was not doing. Trust me. But I was running
Full
in the woods.
six-packy.
I never had a six
never,
pack, but I mean, I was never.
Four core.
Yeah, you're right. I've said it. I don't know what you want to say, dude. I've ran a marathon.
Go.
Okay,
Run
so-
into the woods.
Nude.
You're the one who keeps.
Okay.
Okay, but I was running, dude, and this tree falls seriously right in front of me. Not kidding you, dude. I heard this little creak.
Did anybody hear it?
I was standing there, so yes.
Did
And
it
I'm
make a
not-
sound?
What if you weren't?
Then I don't think. No, there'd be animals around, so yes, it would.
Did you hop over it
It
like a
was kinda,
superhero?
This isn't a video game, was
Or
it?
did you go, ah?
It was. I think it shocked me. It was just shocking at first. I think it took a few minutes to really sink in. Like, holy crap, that tree. I mean, it was like
We'd have
only.
hopped right over it, wouldn't we?
Oh,
Well, I
absolutely.
hopped over.
Just be
Yeah, I
but
did.
you went, ah!
Back
No,
when I was
right,
into
you
extreme
stopped.
sports, but I wouldn't do something so dangerous
Fucking
now.
You can't just fucking sit there and.
No, I am just wondering.
No, that's what I did. I did hop over. Of course I did.
Okay.
But I'm saying it fell only like 3-4 feet in front of me. A full tree just boom
Big
fell
tree.
down.
How big?
Yeah. I mean, it was. Dude,
That is
Someone was
weird.
waiting for you.
Got a beaver over there, an unshorn North American.
it was probably 30, 40 feet. I don't know more. It was,
Holy
it was
shit,
it was a tree, dude. It
How
was
big
like,
around? How old was it?
Like this big.
count
Did you
the
count its
rings?
rings?
No, I just honestly I jumped
Straight out of stock.
I just jumped over and kept running, but I thought for a second, like what if I had tied my,
Sure.
if I had been 10 seconds.
God, if we could only be so lucky.
Yeah.
Dude, I was driving home from state one weekend, and I passed this truck. It was kind of a flatbed truck with these huge steel coils on it. And, they're all banded on there, and it kind of struck me like, oh, wow, those are big steel coils. I passed the thing, and I'm like 3 seconds in front of it. I look in my rearview mirror, and 2 of them dump off it.
Oh,
Oh,
Like
Wow.
right where my car was.
wow. Would it have killed you? Would it have?
Dude, these things were enormous, and they just kind of like dumped off and then rolled into the center
Wow.
median. Like, wow. It
Oh.
absolutely would have crushed me. I was in this tiny little car.
Oh, my God.
I was driving to state one time to see my
Same
brother.
thing?
No.
Steel coils?
But I was driving, and luckily, the one good thing my dad, the one thing I've always been good about is like when I drive, I do tend to give like space to people in front of me. I do not tailgate people.
Oh, man, I totally do.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I don't.
It's like, you know what I
actually.
do? I try to apply pressure. Like, come on,
Move
let's
it.
go,
Let's go. Yeah.
Well,
You know?
I
If
don't.
not,
Underlay.
see, and you know what? You end up going a lot slower because they don't get the message.
Right.
You got to send a message.
Yeah.
I understand
I
you,
agree with that.
But well,
Completely.
this time I was driving to state, dude, and this guy had like a pickup truck and like a fifth wheel, and I had about 30 seconds, between him and me because I would just tend to give those.
30 seconds?
What?
I don't know,
How could you even see him?
Do you have any place to be, dude?
No, he doesn't.
Well, whatever, doesn't matter. Point is,
30 seconds?
okay, well,
you on the
you
same
know, wanna
road?
hear something? Want to hear though? The point is, the guy ends up having something happen. He swerves. The truck goes sideways. The fifth wheel flips over and over again.
Shit.
It was right in front of me, and the reason I was able to stop was because I had room between me and him.
Thank God you weren't texting at the time. You never would have seen it coming.
Yeah, I wasn't texting yet at that point.
They've been like, I'll be there in a minute, Chubbs. Oh, shit. Too late.
I was going to see my brother at state, actually. But
Were you?
Yeah.
You have fun? Do you remember the time?
we played frisbee golf that day.
Of course you remember that.
I got a few touchdowns, too. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Touchdowns
In Frisbee
in
golf.
Frisbee
Oh,
golf?
no, frisbee golf.
Frisbee
Sorry,
football.
ultimate frisbee. Sorry, ultimate frisbee.
I don't know what that is.
It's like frisbee football.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, this guy, unfortunately, is no longer with us. A construction worker.
Rest in peace,
Yes.
sweet prince.
Why don't we, actually, we'll take a break in just a second. Want to do the story you brought, this blind kid?
Yeah, this is a weird one, right? Kid's born with a retinal problem, I guess,
Yeah.
and his vision's slowly going.
Yeah,
And
he's
they-
got no peripheral now.
They know he's going to go blind. So doctors and parents tell, and how old is he? Like
9.
Yeah, okay. So they
believe.
tell him, look, you're going to lose your sight. So he made a sight bucket list sort of thing. Like,
Things
hey,
he wanted to see.
what do you want to see? Where can we take you? What do you really? And they're short on funds. They're not millionaires, so it had to be a reasonable list. It couldn't be like, the Taj Mahal, But Just think of that, dude. If you're told you're going to lose your sight.
See, the only problem I have with this story is that it's what do you want to see through the eyes of a 9-year-old?
Yeah.
And in just a few short years, this list would be completely different about what he'd want to see.
Look, believe me, you're going to want to see a vagine.
You're going to want to see tons of vagines. They come in different sizes, colors,
They're
shapes.
like snowflakes.
They are.
You're going to want to check out as many as you can.
I know at this point you've got tiny snails and examining chalk under a microscope on your list. However, you're going to follow the adult on this one.
Believe me, dude. Believe me.
You'll thank me for this later.
It's going to look a little odd to you right now, but
We're going to get you some titties and some
Yeah.
vagines. Don't tell your mother.
you're going to want to see the difference between a dime-sized nipple and silver dollar. It matters.
What would be on your bucket list if you were going blind right now? Mine would probably still be vagines. Taj Mahal? No, I'll take another vagine.
Ah, man. Yeah, probably places in the world that I guess you'd just soak up every photograph if you could.
I don't want to see any of those.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to see any of those.
No.
Yeah, he did mention he wants to go to some big ticket items like the Grand Canyon, Antarctica. He did say that he wants to look at a ton of pictures of these things. He wants to go to Legoland, the Apple Store, Croissant Bakery,
Yeah, no.
New York
not
City.
Croissant
Bakery.
Yeah.
Apple
a farm
store.
with chickens and cows.
Little Apple store? The fuck?
He's
He's
9.
9, dude.
I know his priorities are out of whack.
No,
Yeah.
dude, even
His priorities
for
are way
9,
out of whack.
though.
I would want a hooker. I'd want to see a hooker.
Well, I'm not even getting into the naked girls, but like Apple store.
Croissant bakery.
A farm with cows and chickens.
That makes sense. That makes more sense to me than the Apple store
Right.
or the croissant bakery.
Right.
This is the point where parents have to parent.
like-
You have to intervene at this point and go, you know what,
Would
for
you
your own
Or
good.
big brothers need a big brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. I mean, there are many, many things.
Man needs to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Legoland, New York
Yeah.
City, the Apple Store, croissant bakery,
Yeah, we
farm
did.
with chickens and cows.
See, the farmer chicken, I could even get that.
No.
But, no, I'm saying I can get it. I
Mine
can
would
see the
be
Grand
vagine,
Canyon.
another vagine with titties, vagine, and a vagine with vagines and vagines. They'd take me to a whorehouse and I'd be all set. All right, vision can go. Would you want to lose your vision slowly, like this kid's doing, or would you want to just wake up?
Oh, yeah.
Lights out.
No, you need
Boom.
a chance to see all you can see.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. You got to go slow if you had the choice.
Yeah, I guess that would be frustrating.
Well, how about this? Would you want to know the day you're going to die?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And the day before, I'd kill so many people. I would. No, I wouldn't. What would you do if you knew if you like tomorrow's the day, D-Day? It involved a vagine, right?
Part of it, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Part of my last 24 hours would involve the vagine.
unfortunately, we know what happened to Gab, and hers has been filled with cement.
Oh.
Might as well be. Might as well be. Doesn't work. No matter what you do, Jay. No matter what you do,
Dude,
it's
this is
non-operational.
You're blending scenarios here.
Well, I'm just saying, in this awful world that you've created for yourself,
You keep hearkening back to that.
the vagine filled with cement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear how I got harken in there?
I did. I like that. E, what would you do? Your
What would I
vision's
do?
gone tomorrow.
Vision.
Or your life, whatever.
Well,
Both would be great. What?
You're right. I mean, there definitely, vision-wise, there definitely would have to be some naked ladies in there for sure.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you've got to lose a sense. Sight would be the last one you want to lose, right?
Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smell. You basically can't smell shit anyway. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
smell the fact that it smells like cat piss down here and
Yeah.
it lasts
Smell
for
would
a
be-
year.
You could
Smell
argue at
can
times
go
that smell
now.
wouldn't even be that big of a deal.
Right.
I don't even
Exactly.
like
Because
smell.
you
Smell to me
smelled
is there are more shitty smells out there than good
You're
ones.
probably
So-
right.
And
dude.
you
Yeah.
smell, like, yeah, if you had a choice of losing a sense, smell would have to be the first
All
one.
right. How about this?
The only thing smell is good
Does it
for is if
smell?
something's on fire. It's like
Yeah, but
Danger.
danger. Yeah. Yeah.
Alerts you to danger. Hearing. You probably let
Yeah.
go
Suck,
before
but I would
Ooh.
definitely
How about
let it go.
this? Touch.
No, because if you lose your hearing, you end up talking like this, and it sucks.
Touch.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna talk
touch
like
too,
this.
dude.
We'd be patient with you, Mike.
Dude,
No, if I
We'd
was doing the
understand.
show and all of a sudden they talk like this every day, you guys would hate it. People would not listen to
No,
us.
everybody would. They still would.
No, if
They'd
they
be
would,
just as
but,
charming.
but they'd be laughing at me, not with me then. And I don't want to be the guy that's the butt of the jokes. That's for Eric.
All right, sight or touchy?
touch is so irrelevant if you think about it.
You're what? What? Hill to die on. Hill to die on.
Hill to die
Touch
on,
is
I agree.
irrelevant if you think about it. He says it's the one. It's the
Yeah,
one.
Hill to die on.
Feeling? Why? Why?
Titties, jeans. Just those alone. Panoose.
Your panoose.
Oh,
You can't feel your panoose anymore.
I didn't think about
You
that.
can't feel it in your
Oh
mouth.
my
You can't
God.
feel it in your butt. You can't. Not at
You know
all.
what's funny?
Hootie hoo means
All-
nothing to you anymore.
You know what's funny? All I was thinking about when I thought of touch was just my hands. I didn't even think that could have
Yeah,
something to do with
dude.
this. You're right. That would suck. You're right. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't think it. Dude, I swear to God, all I was thinking about was my hands when it came to touch. Like I didn't even think about the
Would you
God,
rather?
penis.
Would you rather lose the sight or the feel?
The sight.
Sight.
Yeah.
So you're blind, but you can still
Yeah.
beat it.
Yeah, that's a good
because
point.
sight. If you lost sight, people could just tell you, yeah, your girl's smoking, dude. You could date a 1 and
Yeah, if you
and be
think about it.
convinced it's a 10.
Yeah, why would
Right.
you care?
Yeah. So sight's
It'd be
overrated.
all about feel.
Sight's overrated.
Yeah, you're right.
If
Feel- touch is the one.
Yeah. Smell.
The
Sense of smell.
olfactory system can go. Get rid of it. Blow it up.
Yeah. Sense of smell could go for me. That
Smell. When you
Chuck
think
it.
about it, I wouldn't even care if. You're right. I swear to God, I don't think I would care if tomorrow.
Yeah, but
did
that
it.
plays a lot into taste too.
It does. It does.
not really.
But you know what? I'd give up. I'm more about quantity anyway. Like you could just feed me sawdust pretty much, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Then why did you
taste-
eat my mom's casserole that she brought over for
I
me?
was so freaking hungry.
But you could have eaten
I-
sawdust, and
you're
you would have
right.
been just as
You're
good.
right, but it was there on the stove.
Oh, so I didn't. I missed out
Correct.
because you could have eaten sawdust. It turns out I didn't know that until this moment.
Cat litter, whatever.
Why don't we take a break and then we'll come back and we'll get into the sex fantasies. We'll get into that world among other things next on the Detroit Cast.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Hey, welcome back to the Detroit Cast, Wednesday edition of the show with Mike and Jay. And I remember we had Bob and Pam over the other day.
I do.
Yeah.
Nice people.
Did you realize that they brought us like full dinner? I know that we had the spread down here.
I did not.
They brought over like
Did you eat it
lasagna.
Because I'm hungry, dude.
What? I didn't see lasagna.
It was in the fridge.
What?
I didn't even know
Is
that.
it still there?
Well, one of them's gone. There were two of them. I
Was
ate
it
one last
delicious?
night. It was delicious.
I'm hungry
It was
right now.
actually it was a chicken spaghetti.
Chicken spaghetti.
It was dynamite. It was you guys should have tried it. You would have loved it.
Are you
would have
fucking-
loved it. It was
Why
dynamite.
didn't have someone stand say it? There was a spread and no one bothered saying there was chicken spaghetti.
It was unbelievable too. It was so good. Beth and I had it last night. I ate most of it though. I ate most of it. It was real. I thought about you guys though because I was like, as I was eating it, it was like, boy, this was supposed to be for the whole gang, and here I am eating all of it.
I
Like
remember
a pig.
thinking, because I told even my mom that day, because I was going into lunch and then the dinner that night, and I said, oh yeah, the person's even bringing dinner, so I'll be good. And I remember thinking when the spread was there, I kind of go, well, I mean, this is nice and everything, but this isn't dinner. And I didn't want to say, like,
Dude,
hey, you said there was
they
gonna be-
brought over two lasagnas, a giant salad.
How
and
did
then
they
like
get lost in the shuffle?
I don't know.
That
I
is
don't
bullshit.
know. We were
I'm
all
pissed.
down here. We were cutting that commercial E.
I was hungry that night. I went home and ate.
Yeah, and then there was like a 2-foot thing of bread, French bread with butter they brought.
God damn it!
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm telling you guys, you would have loved it. It was dynamite.
You know,
it was really good.
Speaking of them,
Bullshit.
Bob wrote in and thanked us, and he wanted to mention, you know, they were on the show post that next day.
Yeah.
Just a picture of them, you know, in front of the banner here. And he said, you know, by the way, if you look at our group photo, you'll notice Big E's kind of shrugging his shoulders. Pam was running
He does
her
that a lot.
fingernails up and down his back. Is that true, Big E?
Was she?
Yes.
Was that freaking you out?
I
Or
guarantee
you
you
kind
it
of
was.
like, oh my god, ah!
Humankind.
Check it out.
Look
Look
at
at
him. Look
Making
at
me
that
uncomfortable.
face. Look at them. They look so out of place with us, don't they? We look like such assholes. And then there's
Oh, I know.
Remember his hooker kit?
Yes.
Yeah, have you
The
used your
lice
hooker
kit and everything.
It's actually still in my car, but I am going to start using it tomorrow.
All right. You
You're
still
not-
got the same socks on?
Nope.
You changed them?
Just because I've actually been much more hygienic this last week, just because I've been feeling sick. So I've actually been taking showers every day. And
Wow.
showers. So.
And Gab's pissed at me for wearing another trainer's shirt there.
Oh, are you?
My
Yeah.
God, Jay.
Another trainer?
Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? Why aren't you wearing my T-shirts or my
Oof.
sweatshirts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fair
I'm just-
question.
Why aren't you wearing Detroit Cast gear? Nothing.
Another fair question.
Why are you wearing a fucking tuxedo T-shirt?
And a pink hat. By the way,
Fair question.
That's my style.
And
Yes,
capris.
capris.
yeah,
That's the style, Jay.
pant Paris.
That's your
Capris.
style.
By the way, while we were in break, we heard sirens go by, and he goes, he leans over to Jay and goes, "Well, someone just died." And Jay's just like, "It could be someone getting help
Getting the help that they so desperately need.
that you wouldn't provide." And then so it was brought up that you wouldn't go help anyone, you wouldn't call for help, and you tried to say that you would.
I would call for help. I'm not saying I would go out of my way, but I mean, I would.
Jay, did he call for help when the guy that he thought was dead in the hotel room?
No, he came over here and laughed about it.
No, the
So-
next morning.
So,
Dude, I was so drunk. I don't even remember what was
okay,
going
so
on.
now you're making excuses. But the one time in life you'll probably ever have a
I
chance
did the next
to help
morning.
someone the next morning. You know how people, that guy was dead. He was dead by
There's seconds
hours.
to spare. Seconds.
Look at E. He doesn't know what to say because he knows he's dead wrong here. You saw someone in peril in their hotel room, and you did not. You told no one until you told us.
No, that's not true, because I did say I said something the next morning.
Boy, I hope if I'm in my moment of need, E comes by and lets someone know 12 hours
If
later.
I was sober, I would have done something faster.
Yeah.
There's so many inconsistencies.
Coulda, woulda, shouldas,
To
right?
be honest, the other thing was, I was at the time, because I was drunk in the scene of the room, I was actually more worried that there was like a very shady situation going on, and I didn't want to be like involved. I just
Well,
wanted-
and look, this show started out with the kidnap, and the kidnapping in Philadelphia, and he went through this big whole thing about how he would help. I mean, this was mere minutes ago, you know. And then you don't know what I do. I would do it. And then
There's a
and
different scenario.
No.
There's a different scenario. Sorry.
scenario.
Yeah, that one's way more dangerous. The one,
Yeah, the
You
one
know
that
the
you're
guy-
proposing that you would step into is way more dangerous.
I was.
all you had to
I
do was
pretty-
call the front
I was-
desk from your room, drunk or not.
I know, but I seriously got back to my room. Me and my buddy were so freaked out about it, and I laid on the bed. And
That
the
you
next thing
called nobody.
No, and the next thing I knew, I woke up in the morning. I was almost at a blackout level of where I just didn't know what was going on. So.
But you were coherent enough to comprehend that someone was in dear trouble. You and your buddy.
There's just no consistency to his character at all, which I guess lends to maybe he was telling the truth when he said he'd do something to help the kid. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
we
he
don't
would.
know what the fuck.
One
he'd
day
do.
he would, the next
Yeah.
turn a blind eye.
Yeah,
Turn
just-
a blind eye.
you don't know what you're getting with this guy.
Asshole.
You have no idea.
I think
I'm an enigma, Jay. What can you say?
Yeah.
I think if given the choice, it doesn't matter because we've always put you in the scenario of you and a stranger scenario. You and a stranger are standing there, and the guy's going to give you one shot, one bullet. Who do I kill, you or the damsel in distress?
He's very consistent with that.
Yeah, you would kill her for sure, but I would argue that you would also kill Jay. You would kill me. You would kill your own mother.
Nana?
Nana?
For sure.
Nana. Yeah, she's
Nana's
almost-
a nunuisance.
Her game's almost over anyway.
Yeah,
At this
she's
point.
closer to the end.
Is she in overtime at this point?
Yeah.
Is Nana in borrowed time?
Yeah, I think she's probably in overtime right now.
Yeah.
At this point, she's just holding the remote control, and that's pissing him off.
It's a nuisance, as you said.
Big time.
I gotta
So
be
you
honest.
definitely
I
have
gotta be
Nana
honest,
killed,
this is-
right?
this is
Nana
really-
over you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta be honest. This is really like a. You want to hear about a selfish thought process?
Yes.
I love her, man. I really, really do. I know. Whatever we said in the show, I've had a lot of very good times with my grandma in my life.
But you whack her in a second.
But my big, I have a big worry that I don't want her to die in our house.
That's because of what I've talked about, right? The size of the carcass.
No,
You're
the
worried about a
concept of-
ghost, aren't you? He's worried about
He's
a ghost.
worried about the balls releasing.
He's the ghost of Holy has been haunting him, and he's worried that Nana will haunt him as well.
I'm somebody who worries. Like there's.
What did you do with her, you son of a
in our
bitch?
house right now, like haunted houses, like in our house right now, we built this house, so there's no extra. There's no thing like a family. Like when
was the Fady Manor established?
like 91 or something. But, you know what's funny? My house in Holland that I was living in, I rented a room, which is the upper level room.
Mm-hmm.
I never had any signs of it, which is very odd because I'm a very worried person. But there apparently had been several people that thought it was haunted. It had been there had been like a pastor that had lived there back in the early 1900s, and he had died in there or something. And she had
like that creepy pastor in Poltergeist 2.
Yeah, I've never seen.
They
Poltergeist.
used to wander around. God, he freaked me out. That guy. Oh,
I've never seen.
and he'd sing that
Poltergeist.
song.
I've never seen that, but there was it's just weird that I never heard anything. Only
There he is. God damn it, Timko.
Sorry.
Yeah, he is a
Oh,
freaky looking
God.
dude. He looks like a skeleton.
He is a skeleton. He's with just taut skin all over his face, and he's that
hat
flat brim hat.
Yeah, I don't like that hat.
Oh no! Oh no! So he lived in your house in
No,
Holland?
but dude, I don't know.
Died there?
She flat out had told me that other people in the house had heard several things moving around. She had had one time where she came home with her son, and her son was just out in the front yard, and just like he couldn't even be in the house
I gotta admit,
anymore.
that would creep me out a little bit, being told that by your landlord.
No, dude, I told her when she started telling me,
I
I
agree.
told her to shut the fuck up. I said, because I'm someone who really gets scared by that, and I cannot believe I didn't get it. It wasn't enough to almost make me move because it was very. How she described it, she said she'd had this neighbors that had seen things in the window before, literally. I mean, I don't. Again, I'm not saying I can't speak to it.
So you don't want Nana to die in your house because you think she's gonna come back and
I'm a little worried about the ghost
form.
situation.
There's
a
rumor
specter, a ghoul.
that a specter or a ghoul, Nana the ghoul. Would that freak you out?
And,
Is that the reason you don't want her to die in the house? Or
Yes.
just because you don't want the hassle of having
nothing to do with that.
like Mike said,
It
the
has-
release of the bowels.
It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the concept that I believe, even though I believe in religion, I still also had this worry that I think like when people die in a room like that, I think there's something to
Jeez,
that.
dude.
You don't think Nana would have anywhere else to be? She's gonna want to hang out at your house.
There's only, and the
bother you.
I know, but the problem is there's only like 3 rooms she can be in if she's gonna die, and
The dining room on the couch.
the dining room,
on the couch
on the couch, the computer room, or the living room.
or the
Does Nana
bathroom.
surf the web?
She goes to a bathroom, doesn't she? At some point,
No, you know
Nana
what?
has to go to a bathroom.
We call it the
No,
computer
they-
room. It's
they
really
change her.
Oh, they do. Oh, that's right. Her
We-
Moxie pad.
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
call it the computer room, but it's not. Now there's a bed in there that like it used to be.
Craftmatic.
I don't know. No, it's
Does she have one of those? Adjustable?
no. We
They
did
go,
not have it. No, we did not.
Nana can be
No,
like
we did not have
completely
it.
comfortable.
No, we don't have one of those.
Why not, man?
I
I
don't.
think she deserves it.
She has
I think
free
so
All she's
too.
done. Maybe you could take one of her social security checks
you're
and apply it
living
toward a
off her social-
Craftmatic.
Yeah, you're living
Make her
off her Social
comfortable?
Security check. That's the only reason you guys are able to stay in the Fady Manor, established 1991. She's been paying for your living expenses for years now.
No, she has not.
He's gonna peel the remote out of her cold
Dead
hand.
hand. And not think twice.
Nana,
You know, you
what
guys are-
Simpsons are on?
He'll,
guys
he'll
are-
walk out. He'll see she's dead. She's blue, ice cold, and he'll go, don't need this anymore.
You guys,
Won't be needing this anymore.
you can make an argument that
Mom,
you guys
check Nana.
you guys are being as big of an assholes as I am by even talking and making
True.
jokes about it. So
True.
That was me, and I want to apologize for that.
Now, your mom might not be Mother of the Year. I would argue mine is. Jay's, yours could be argued that she is as well. But seeing as we've got our own autistic kid here, we don't need to name names, right?
Right.
But we all know. Yeah. Jillian McCabe called the...
We can relate, Jillian. We can relate.
Yeah. She called the Newport, Oregon police alleging that she'd thrown her 6-year-old autistic son off a bridge.
She had enough.
She'd had enough. She couldn't deal with him anymore, and chucked him off the Yaquina Bay Bridge. They found the body they believed to be the boy's floating near a marina. She turned herself in and was arrested for aggravated murder.
Now, how do you do that and not throw yourself over as well?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. Good question. I still don't know why you would ever throw your kid off a bridge. I mean, pains in the asses they can be, yes. I guess, is this one of those things where the spectrum of the autism spectrum matters? Because I don't think you would throw E off a bridge, right? Like on the autism spectrum, E would land in a spot where it's like, yeah, I guess we'll hang on to him. He sucks, but he's livable, right? E.
It's kind of what we've
I
resolved, I
suppose.
think.
So I don't know what condition London was in. I just said I wouldn't throw you off a
I
bridge.
know,
You
you're
should be
right.
ecstatic.
yeah.
E, I did not throw you off a bridge.
You're right.
Jay admitted he wouldn't
No,
throw
I
you off a
wouldn't do
bridge
it.
either.
I wouldn't.
Wow, you're right. Thank God.
You should feel blessed and lucky. You would have us both shot if you had the choice.
That's
That's what you said. If it's you or me or you or Jay,
Us.
it's us, dead. No questions asked. And we just admitted we wouldn't even throw you off a bridge, even though you're
not
autistic.
quite the same scenario, but scenario.
Thank you.
Anyway, this mom is a blogger.
You
And-
know, doesn't this? Can we harken back to the woman in Michigan who tried the same thing? Remember, she tried to asphyxiate her daughter.
Asphyxiate?
Yes, asphyxiate.
You can't say that word.
Asphyxiate.
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 Not asphyxiate. Asphyxiate.
Ah,
Asphyxiate. Asphyxiate.
asphyxiate.
There you go. Ding ding.
Let me ask you a question.
I knew it was coming.
Hold on.
Don't
dude.
ax me.
No, it was the woman who tried to asphyxiate her daughter
Asphyxiate.
in the minivan with the portable grill. Remember this?
Yes, I do.
Same deal, dude. She was an autistic daughter, and she was a blogger,
Yeah.
and she, put her feelings all out there. Oh, trying to take care of this girl, and it just became too much.
What?
And she tried to kill her, and the girl survived. And I think that woman just got sentenced not too long ago. Her husband divorced her and everything.
Yep.
But same deal. What's the thing, man? I mean, you're so strung out. You're reaching out for help, social media wise, like.
Yeah, asking people for money. She did a crowdfunding, this girl here. What is the deal with the whole blogger thing, by the way? Does everybody have to think that they're so important, their voices need to be heard?
Yeah,
Now,
really.
keep in mind-
I think the term is used loosely, though.
Yeah, but she's out there writing about what it's like to have an autistic
I
boy.
mean, she's just a frequent Facebooker. Is all
Yeah.
shit,
That could be, which is another thing. Is anybody really give a shit what other people have on their Facebook pages? For the most part, I mean, honestly, do you go there and like look at people's vacation pictures?
No.
Or no, never. Neither do I. Does anybody? Like, who's looking at all this shit? Who's looking at it? I see.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. I mean, we're doing a show here. We're doing a show, so I get it why people would, if they're fans of a show, why you would go to that Facebook page and participate in things. But the average Joe who's out there, I'm not telling everybody to shut their Facebook pages down, but
I think the average Joe, though, they're putting it up there so their mom and dad or their brother or their two close friends can see it.
but
I don't know.
who's reading this blogger's
dude.
articles?
Got me, man.
She's not a writer. She's just a mom with a fucked up kid, and she's writing about shit. Like, who's reading this?
I don't.
If
Probably
you
no
want-
one. Probably no one.
If you want information on autism, there's plenty of outlets
Yeah.
to get that. And way better than her dumb shit. I just don't understand this where everybody's got a blog.
No,
everybody's got a this.
Again, I think it's just a loose term. I think she's just been throwing that shit against the wall. And,
For nobody.
Yeah, and when something like this happens, it's like, whoa, wow, she put a lot of her feelings out there. Let's read about it and read about
Yeah.
how fucked up she is and see if there's any warning signs.
Her husband was blogging as well. And her husband are blogging. Ugh. They also ran Autistic London, a blog about their experience raising their son, which has been since pulled down. They mention some posts. One, her husband describes the ups and downs of raising a child with autism. And another one, Jillian lists the things that get her through the day, stopping her from pulling a Thelma and Louise.
Mm.
Yeah.
Driving off a cliff, is that what they did?
They drove off a cliff, yeah. Yep. Sorry, spoiler alert. I should probably said that. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hope I
Was
didn't
that movie
ruin-
1990?
Yeah.
80s, wasn't it?
80, 91, I think, right? Thelma and Louise. So I hope I didn't ruin the end for anybody. She writes, I am taking care of our son London and now Matt full time. Matt got,
The husband got MS, right?
yes.
So, dude, awful, right? Tough.
Tough situation.
Tough situation. Very stressed. Please find help in a productive way.
Yeah.
This is not good problem solving. Chucking your
No.
kid off a bridge.
No. You could think of better, more humane ways to
Walking amongst us, dude.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Poor kid.
Yeah. Poor kid is right. Well, it's kind of a dealt a shit hand to begin with, but 1991. You're right. Would you say 90?
Throughout
Guessed.
90, you said 91.
I think he said 72.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was
Something like
maybe
that.
89.
All right.
Yeah, you were wrong. Mike was right. He was totally right.
Okay?
Like, the question was what year, and he had it. 1991.
You're right.
You didn't.
Yeah. You were wrong too, asshole.
I know I was.
You were close, though. I'd
I
give
was-
you half credit because you
Yeah.
were very close. You were at least in the same century.
Right. The same century, decade.
I'm sorry, decade.
He's looking over there.
God damn it! Well,
Oh, man.
you
This
were in
sort
the
of-
same decade, though.
Yeah.
Technically, and the same century. You were in the same century, too, so I
Sorry.
wasn't wrong.
Nope.
You weren't even in the right decade.
You haven't been wrong in any part of this, Mike.
Mm-mm. I'm batting 1,000.
Not a piece.
I'm as close as I've ever come to wanting to like punch both of you guys.
Whoa.
You know, like,
It's funny you say that because AA Ron writes in during the show. Holy fuck, Jay and Mike, way to beat a man when he's down. There were multiple points where it sounded like Eric was going to stand up, tell you to fuck off, flip over the desk, and leave. He's referring to earlier in the show.
Today?
Yeah.
Why? What did we do?
And he said, way to stand up for a brother, fake Jay. That's you, Timko. Keep going on sitting over there in the corner watching the gazelle get his guts ripped out.
I don't even know what we did. What did we beat him up on?
I don't know.
Oh, just the whole kidnapping thing?
Well, I mean, we called him out on his lack of
I
consistency
think you're wrong anyway. I don't
in his
care.
scenarios. He has no consistency, and we've
Okay,
resolved
so
that, and
what?
that's fine.
So
Yeah,
what?
Round 3.
you know what? We
So
have.
the fuck what, dude? A lot
Oh.
of people have things in their lives that they do one thing here and then one thing there. It's not a big deal that you might have different scenarios for different scenarios. I mean,
No, this is like foundationally character.
No, it's
what
not.
would you do in
I
this
agree wholeheartedly,
situation?
Jay. I agree totally.
yeah,
Thanks,
are
Mike.
you two just sitting here just deciding what you decide and then making it that's what is what it is?
Counselor?
Look, he's inconsistent. He's
So
all over
what?
the map.
So
and
what?
1 minute you're jumping in to be the hero of the day.
I've never
The next
said,
you're turning a blind eye. That's
Never-
the only thing we've pointed out.
Never did
There
I
was
say
n-
I was going to be the hero of jump in.
Oh, okay, just for the record,
I said on the minute.
plowing your car into someone in the middle of a kidnapping would be a hero move. Just for the
Okay.
record. Just
Well,
for the record.
I said at the minimal, I
See-
would at least be already on a license plate number of that car. That's what I said.
At a minimal.
At a minimal.
I love that phrase. At a minimal.
At the very least.
At a minimum?
At a minimum.
No, let's say what I said.
Okay.
Stands
Sticking
by
with
it.
minimal.
All right.
He stands by it.
Eric, you know you're getting really close to this happening again.
Thanks, Eric. That was smooth. Thanks for bringing that.
Oh, you son of a
He
bitch!
assaulted Jay! He assaulted Jay's going after E! Jay just punched E twice! Oh no, they're gonna wreck the board! Oh no, it's going down and Jay's beating Eric!
I love the end. Wow! Wow, Eric's glasses are gone. He's all flush and sweating. Jay just beat the shit out of Eric. That was awesome.
Punch, dude.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Fucking threw 5 things at me since we
Fuck
met.
is wrong with you, man? Jeez.
You did start that.
Dude, you can hear those punches, man.
They were hard. Don't ever forget those.
My favorite part was Mike going, ha ha. His laugh was great.
That was some of the most entertaining radio I've ever done. I gotta be honest with
the
you.
fact that you can hear the little plastic thing hit Jay's face, too, is
It's
pretty...
awesome. And then just that 1,000, 2,000. You son of a bitch! It's like it had to register. Like, did he really just throw something at me? And how am I going to retort?
I'd had enough, dude. What were we, like 5 months in at that point? God,
If
this
you're the-
cocksucker sitting next to me for 5 months.
Looking at it now, I know you a little better now. Looking at it, that was not that far into us barely even knowing each other in reality.
Your glasses went flying.
Yeah.
That was awesome. God, I hope days like that happen again.
I knew all I had to know.
See, I'm in a lucky position. I can paint Jay in a corner with his
I
children,
know.
with his wife's vagine being cemented shut. Literally, it's so out of commission that it's cemented shut. But I have this desk between us,
How are they putting
so that I just have. There's like at least a. But you,
No,
E,
but how-
Always
anything,
spring at him.
Yeah, you can spring at him in a
How
moment's
are they going to
notice.
put cement in there? Is it going to be mixed?
I don't know.
Stop it.
That's Jay's concern, and I'm not going to get into his private business. I would appreciate you not doing that either. However he cements her vagine, it's his business. None of yours.
Cement.
Well, it helps for balance in the closet. You don't want her swinging in the closet. You need some weight down on the bottom end. You need some. She doesn't have legs
Some
or anything.
barristers.
It's gonna have to be a strong hanger.
Yeah, and by the way, we were talking about this off the. We'll get you a metal hanger. Don't worry. We were
Picture
talking.
one of those plastic Target hangers just like
Just-
giving
and then
out.
You just hear her hit the ground. That
Oh.
was. Help! 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 We did discuss this earlier a little bit off the air, and
She could talk.
yeah, but it's not. It's
In
not.
no
a-
way could her mouth bring pleasure.
No, there's no sexual functionality in that mouth.
How's
So
that
she can
possible?
talk like this,
Oh.
Gee. And then you're
like-
going to be driven nuts by that. But fine, you want to talk to her, but there's no sexual pleasure coming from this mouth ever, never. Try and stuff it in as you may, you'll never get in there.
Hmm.
And the vagine's been
Still stay with
cemented
her.
over. So still there. You're still there.
Still there.
You're a good husband, Jay. Lie detector test to you if I could, but
I wish we had the, wish we had the app.
The app.
yeah, once we get the app, we're gonna run that by Jay and see how he does.
Bring it on.
Hey, we've discovered how common our sexual fantasies are. There's been a new study. This one done in Canada. I'm proud of the Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of us have many sexual fantasies. It's normal, even healthy, to have sexual fantasies. So what might not be normal is the type of sexual, fantasy that you're daydreaming about. A new study is helping shed light on which sexual fantasies are prevalent and which are unusual and rare. Until recently, scientists had limited data. Going back years, a decade or two, they had very small amount of data on it. They'd only interviewed university students. Do you think your ideas and thoughts have changed since you were in college? I mean, that seems crazy. So to find out once and for all what the general population thinks about, a team of scientists at the University of Montreal in Quebec straight up asked 1,517 adults about their sexual fantasies. They published their findings just on Friday in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. Clinically, we know what pathological sexual fantasies are. They involve non-consenting partners. They include pain, or they are absolutely necessary in deriving satisfaction. But apart from that, what exactly are abnormal and atypical fantasies? So they conducted an internet survey with 799 men, 718 women, where the ages were, the average age was 30 years. Of the sample, 85% said they were heterosexual. 3.6 said they were definitely homosexual, and the rest were in between. So they were homosexual as well.
Yeah.
Neither or other.
Yes, yes. The survey involved 55 statements that probed the nature and intensity of the subject's sexual fantasies. So they give you a 1 to 7. So they would ask you about a scenario, and Jay, you've got a scenario, and you've got a list of them there, and so you would go, yeah, I don't believe that. I think it was a 1. Or
yeah, I've fantasized about having sex with a child under the age of 12. Yeah, lots of 1s here.
Lots of 1s there.
You got an average, the percentage of males 1.8%, females 0.8.
Wow, there are 1.8% of males
Yes.
who would fantasize about a 12-year-old or
Yes.
younger.
And you got to think. I know that's 1.8%, but this is only 1,800, 700 guys. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, like that's 1.8% of 782 guys.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, to me, like,
799, but yeah.
I don't know.
So 800 guys, what's 1% of 800?
Well, no, dude, this is a percent. They're saying 1.8 people out of 100
Yeah,
want this.
that's crazy. That does seem high.
It does.
Hmm.
That's creepy, dude.
We are creeps by nature.
But get this. I fantasize about having sex with an animal. 2.2%
What?
men. 3 for women.
What?
So women are higher than men on that.
And wait,
It's having sex with
Fantasized about
animal.
having sex with an animal.
so are they?
God,
I'd like
that's
to follow.
troubling. 3 out of 100?
I'd like a follow-up question. Which animal?
Right.
Because if it was a koala bear or something, you go, that's adorable. A tiger, maybe, but if it's like a lizard or something,
That's crazy.
should we give E the questions? Have him rate him 1 to 7. See how he does.
I fantasized about urinating on my sexual partner. E?
1 being worse, 7 being high.
Into the mic.
Honestly, 1.
Yeah, you're not into that?
No.
How about
But
her or him peeing on you?
1.
7.
1.
All right, just check.
Wearing clothing associated with the opposite sex.
I don't know.
Not into that?
2,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, sort of
Oh,
into that.
wow, we're
sort
kinda-
of cross-dressing. All right, cool. That's cool.
That's 10 for men.
10 for men.
Yeah.
percent of men.
10%.
What
They wanna have-
does that mean though? Does that mean you tried on your women's panties one night?
I
Yeah,
fantasized about wearing clothing associated with the opposite sex.
I've done it for a laugh, but I've never
You never fantasized about it?
No.
You know, I have to go back to 1 even. Yeah, never. I don't think. Yeah.
How about watching 2 men make love?
Ooh, 7
E.
for E.
Negative.
16.2% of men.
What? It's gotta
Really?
just be the homos then, right?
19.3 of women.
Really? Chicks want to see 2
I
guys
usually
making
hear-
out?
I usually hear girls like, because always the joke is that guys like lesbian porn, but girls did not
Right.
like gay guy porn.
Yeah.
So that shocks me a lot.
Would you
Yeah.
rather watch 2 guys make out or get peed on?
I have a choice between watching 2 guys make out or 2 guys get peed on.
No. You get peed on.
Oh, by a guy or a girl.
Yeah. I was hoping you wouldn't ask that. Because I was going to make it a guy after you answered.
Right.
But I'll let you pick.
You'd rather have a guy pee
Well,
on
I'd
you?
rather have just making out. Dude,
Would you rather have a guy pee on you or a girl pee on you? Because girls have that spray that.
I think if I had to choose someone to pee on me, I think I would. I think I would. If you had to lay me down and say someone's gonna pee on you, it had to be a guy or a girl. I might choose a guy over.
Oh
a girl.
my God! What's wrong with you?
Well, in his
I think-
defense,
no, I think
I
I'd
I could get pinpoint accuracy. I could hit an eyeball, but a chick you'd get.
It's misdirected, but it's still a
It's
chick.
still a chick. Yeah.
You'd rather have a guy pee on you?
I mean, I don't want anyone to pee on me.
Well, does he have to look at it? Does he have
No,
to see him?
You know
Does
what?
he have
I'm
to
not
see
going to
you
re-ask
on?
the question. He has answered the question.
Does he have to see him,
Wow.
or can it
I
be
think
some
the
guy
girl-
behind
I
him?
think
Some
my-
guy comes
my
up behind and whizzes
Well,
him.
my thought process is, I just think a girl doing it. I just think that would
What?
ruin something for me. I don't know. I would.
There is
be
something
scarred.
special about the male peeing. Like we can pee our name in the snow. Chicks just get the
I just think it would be
and drill a hole into
I
the
just
snow.
think a guy, it wouldn't be whatever. I've seen guys piss in the urinal before. A chick bending over me and just pissing on me. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, and a guy wouldn't be.
No, but I'm
Some
saying if I
guy
had-
just standing
no,
over
you're
you
right.
and pissing in your face wouldn't be
You're
disgusting.
right. It wouldn't be, but it would be. But I mean, I know it maybe sounds weird, but I think.
Okay, would you rather have sex with 2 men or 3?
two, I guess. Like neither, obviously. Neither, but
No, you have to answer the question, you son of a
then
bitch.
two, I guess.
Two. All right. Which two? Black guys, white guys? Or
Smallest penises as possible. would
Asians
be
it
nice.
is. All right.
Indulging in sexual swinging with a couple that I do not know. 26.9 of women fantasize about that, and 39.6 of men.
I'd be in the 5, maybe even there. I'd be up in that.
Dude, I'd be 0.
I'd be
Yeah,
up, I
totally
see
not
myself.
into that.
I
I'd
have
be in the 5.
I have no interest in sharing milady with anybody else.
Nope.
So you'd be cool with that? Like if you and your girl,
It,
whether
it
it's your
has to be a
sister,
good
Nana,
couple. It
whatever.
have to be a good. I mean, I'm not talking some fat. So it have to be someone else that I was attracted to.
yeah, but I mean, so you get in the room.
But they have to agree to you too, so
Yeah, I agree.
you
No,
gotta
I
keep
agree.
that in
I
mind.
agree. I know, but I'm saying.
So you're gonna get a pair of 4s or something to team up with. But if you get in there and some black guy walks in and just is like, "Hey man, how you doing?" and then he just plows your girl. I mean, he's
But
just
I'm
putting a
going
hurt
5 out of
on
7 on that.
But who's Eric bringing to the party though? That's what I'm
his sister
wondering.
or Nana. We've already established that.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Whatever. Or whatever. He's rolling his eyes. He's mad at me now.
Not mad.
Or you can bring your girlfriend. You can bring your
I mean, we
girlfriend.
gotta
fine.
assume that it's a girlfriend I have.
Right.
Or a wife I got. Well, yeah. Right,
Yeah,
fine.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Fantasize about forcing someone to have sex. 10.8% of
7.
women.
0.
7.
22% of men have.
Really?
All right.
0.
Oh,
Wait, what do you
What?
mean? Like rape? Is that rape?
I consider that rape.
forcing.
To me.
Yeah, I mean,
Forcing someone to have sex with you.
But keep
you're
in
not getting
mind.
the nod. You're not getting the nod.
Yeah, I've raped hundreds
I'm
of
going
girls.
at 1.
So keep that in
Obviously.
mind. So
Lowest what I can do.
Having anal sex, E.
7.
You mean?
Sure, 7 for you.
Yeah. Oh no, not 7 for me. Honestly, honestly, I'm at 5 with that. I don't think there's some of that.
You know you're getting it, right?
What? Oh,
Yeah, you're
getting
taking it in the shitter.
No, 0, 1 then 0. I don't want it.
1 though. It's better than.
Well, one's the lowest you can do on the scale of 1 to 7. Negative if it's for me.
Watching two make love. 42.4% of women admit to that.
How many guys?
Fantasizing.
All right.
82.1.
Of course.
It's
Dude.
one of the highest.
Honestly, I know we said this before. I'm not that into that.
This is funny, man. The top one is I like to feel romantic emotions during a sexual relationship.
1.
Women, 92.2%.
of course.
Men, 88.3%.
No.
Liars.
they're
Liars.
Yeah.
Liars.
Lie.
They have multiple erogenous zones too, don't they, Jay?
1.
They're answering the
Who cares?
question the way they think it needs to be
You're
answered.
having sex because she's good looking and you want to have sex with her, right? I mean,
Mhm. Finishing is it's important. It's
whatever.
not everything. It's
I-
not everything, but
I-
it's important.
I'll even give you that, but emotional, who cares?
Yeah, the emotional weight of it. Yeah.
Who cares?
Whatever. Overrated.
Having sex with someone that I know who is not my spouse. Women, 66.3%.
Wow.
And men, 83.4%.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Doesn't shock me that.
I'm shocked it's not higher.
Fantasized about being masturbated by my partner. 71.4 for women, 71.7 for men. So that's probably the one that you get the most overlap, the closest overlap. That's almost exact.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just shows that people like having someone
Getting
masturbate.
whacked off by each other.
Yeah. A shock.
Does that mean cunnilingus, or do they mean like digitally?
Masturbated.
So
Probably.
No, not cunnilingus.
Okay.
Cunnilingus is separately stated in here.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me find it. How about this? Being masturbated by an acquaintance.
I'll take it. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah,
it where I
hell
can get it.
yeah, dude.
I'll take it where I can get it.
as,
Take it.
as would 64.7% of men.
That's it?
36.8 of women.
That's it? Really?
What percentage of women?
36.8.
But dude, only 67% of men. Like, dude, if I was at some party and just a friend, I mean, a girl, it has to be a girl, obviously.
It would
but
have to be.
For me, yes.
Yeah,
it would
okay.
have to be.
Just
But some
checking.
girl friend was just all of a sudden like, hey, you wanna, like, not a relationship, nothing, just you wanna.
Here's a pretty close one. Fantasize about tying someone up in order to obtain sexual pleasure. 41.7 for women, 48.4 for men.
So they talking about role playing or kid?
Just tying them up.
All right.
No, I'm not sure about.
What do you give that, E?
I guess I'll go 4. I can see.
If some chick wanted you to tie her
Yeah,
up, you'd be like,
I would.
yeah,
I
whatever.
would certainly do it if a girl wanted me to. I don't necessarily have the need to do it, but if
But
some
it's
girl
asking
was
if it's a
like,
fantasy of yours.
not for me personally, But I certainly, if a girl was like, "Hey, you want to tie me up to the," I mean, I certainly wouldn't be like, "No."
That could be fun though if you tied some chick up and you could have your way with her.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a mile. Like I can see it. I'm just saying it's not. Huge.
How would you tie her up? Face down or up?
I'd be up face up, man.
Face up. Oh, missionary guy. All right.
I think if I'm tying, I'm going face up because I think
Okay.
you want access to the mouth, right? So.
All
Okay.
right, last one. Let's end with some petting. They actually use the term petting.
Heavy.
I fantasized about petting with a total stranger in a public place, e.g. metro.
Metro car. Oh, yeah, like on the subway or
So
something.
heavy petting with a total stranger. Fantasy, women, 19.8%, men, 48.4%.
Really?
I don't know about a.
You think men would be higher?
Yeah.
Misha? Although petting is pretty lame. I mean, who would...
Well, I think the concept
Yeah.
is that you're in a public area, right? That's
Yeah.
obviously.
That's one of the things that came through in this study, that we like the idea of doing public things.
Oh yeah.
Like men especially.
Oh yeah.
Men are really into that.
I think that I can't believe you didn't read one that was more just a concept of
Actually,
public sex.
I'm sorry, women love the idea of location sex.
Really?
Yes,
And-
overwhelmingly women
Over
do.
men?
Fantasize about sex in a specific location, while far more men fantasize about oral. Guys want to be blown. Both sexes were about equal when it came to participating in group sex, although more men reported wanting to have an active versus passive role during group sex. So yeah, you want to dominate your girl instead of passive. Yeah.
You want to take advantage of the other
I am-
chicks there, I think, is what...
Yeah. Okay.
If you're going to be in
Yeah,
a
that's
group...
the point of that, right?
Yeah.
I have literally zero
Zero.
interest. One of the things that
Dude.
scored higher on the list than I would have thought is men watching your girl get banged by another guy.
God.
And that was like,
it's like
high.
nightmare? I don't know.
That seems like nightmare to me. Like, I'm gonna watch Beth bang some. Like, no
Yeah.
thanks. Gab, no thanks. Like, no way.
No.
I can't imagine. I don't know. Would you, E? Would you have any fantasy?
No, I mean, again, I very just said I would be the concept of like maybe a partner thing would be one thing. Like I could, you know, what I mean, like a group sex thing. I'm actually someone who I could see being into that at times. But the fact of just no, I had a girlfriend and just let's just watch her nail another guy while I'm just like there. No.
Yeah. Well, the things that stand out, receiving anal sex, guys really want that. Chicks, not so much. They don't care about banging a guy with a strap
Are
on.
the guys that say they want anal sex? They want it from girls, you mean? Or
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the other one is with a stranger. Men, kind of small on the list, are like, yeah, whatever. Chicks really kind of dig the idea of banging a stranger.
Huh.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. That's
I mean,
hot
look at that-
in itself.
Look at that difference in
That's
men
good
and
for
women.
you, E.
I
That
like
bodes
that.
well.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. If you
Oh, wow, that is big, yeah.
if you cast a broader net.
Was there not any specific one just flat out on any public sex? That was one that I would be into, like having sex in a public area. That wasn't.
Showing myself naked or partially naked in a public place. Women 16.6,
But
men
like-
23.2.
But I'm talking about like kind of like you go into the bathroom maybe, or maybe not even the bathroom, but like
Yeah, making love openly in a public place.
See,
57.3 for women, 66.1 for men.
when they say sex with a stranger, I guess what I think, he pass you on the street and like duck down an alley.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I bet what they mean is like a one night
bar.
stand too.
Yeah.
Where if you're I guess it's a stranger, but there have been times right in everyone's life where you've gone to a bar, struck it up with some chick, and ended up hooking up that night. Does that count in the sex with a stranger list?
I would count that, wouldn't you? I mean,
I don't know.
No, I think you're right, Mike. When they say, this fantasy of just like, oh, there's a guy over
that-
there.
Yeah,
And that's
he's
the other
good looking.
Take me.
you're right. That's
Yeah.
the other thing. We're talking about fantasies. We're not talking
Yeah.
about like. I think you're right. I think there probably are girls that in their mind they would like the concept. Maybe they're never gonna do it, but they would
Yeah.
like maybe they're at the subway.
50
they
Shades
see
of Grey type shit.
Right. They see a cute guy in the subway, and all of a sudden they just kind of
They fantasize
Nudge.
him taking her
Right.
passionately behind a building and putting it to her.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rarest stuff, sex with a child or animal.
Yeah.
That was obviously the rarest. The middle of the road ones are golden showers.
Not high.
Typical. Where we
I
all
wouldn't really want
far.
to do it.
Typical was sex in a romantic location, receiving oral sex, sex with two women, primarily a male
Of
fantasy.
course.
So, I don't know. I guess nothing too shocking on there, but interesting nonetheless. Well, do we have any email, Jay?
We do. We have several. Let's see. Tony writes in. Jay, my wife and I were watching the news the other day. Story about a girl in the Monroe area missing after a Halloween party. When the sketch of the guy who did it came up, the wife said he looked like Big E. I had to see what you guys think. Wonder if this will finally lead to the investigation in the right direction, and we can all find out what happened to Holy. Keep up the great work, Jay, Mike, and Timco, and as always, eat a bag of dry stalks.
Ooh,
A picture?
stalks. I
Oh,
like
there's a
stalks.
picture, all right. Check out this picture. It's undeniable.
Oh my God, it is. Let me see it. Can I help?
And
with
you know,
it?
we had several people on Facebook point this out too.
My artist rendering skills. Hold on.
Yeah. If I were to straighten my hair and not put it in a mohawk, but straighten it and let it kind
Let
of
it
emo
flop
style,
down. Emo.
that's what that would be. That would kind of be that's very emo look.
Does that work better?
Thank God for your artistic skills, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. I take it very seriously.
It's all the hairline. You're right.
He was a composite sketch
Oh my
artist back
God.
then.
Correct the hairline,
Wow.
and you've got it.
Wow, that is E.
Monroe Police Department.
Where were you, E?
When was this?
You son of a bitch. A Halloween party.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Dude, it really is. It's the hairline. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all that's missing.
Oh my
Um,
God. Don't
Ted-
smile, E. Don't smile. That's E. That's E.
No, it wasn't me. So
Ted writes in, true story about a colonoscopy.
gross.
Oh no.
I was scheduled to get one, and there was a problem with the insurance. Somehow the insurance thought that the doctor had recommended me to get one already did the procedure, and they wouldn't pay for a second one. So you follow me?
Yes.
As I was talking with them to clear this up, I had to learn about my insurance's colonoscopy policy. I was allowed one colonoscopy a year unless it was deemed medically necessary. If medically necessary, then I can have as many as required. This prompted me to ask, are people really ever getting colonoscopies that are not medically necessary, much less more than one a year? The response was, there's a reason we have a policy.
Are you
Oh.
serious?
They are living amongst us, he says.
God, there are people that
Wow.
go and like, oh yeah,
Well,
I'll take another one of those.
if you think about it,
yeah.
I think there's people who think, you know what, I got to get all the toxins out of me and all that, you know, those kind of,
or
well, right.
I mean, if there was a test that made you put an erect penis into a mushy object once a year,
Yeah.
you could see where
And it
You
was
might go in for another.
and it was covered by the insurance.
that it was covered by
medical.
insurance. It was medical. Yes, that maybe, just maybe,
There'd be no
You
maybe
could-
about it.
you could wait in line a couple days to do that
Especially if you had my gay doctor. Did I ever tell you about my gay doctor?
No.
Oh my God. I made the mistake.
one. Every time you went in for a cough, he wanted to give you a colonoscopy.
Look, dude, I hadn't been to the doctor. I probably saw this guy 8 years ago. And before that, I hadn't been to a doctor for 8 years. You know, so it was one of these deals where I'm just living life, and Gab's finally like, you got to get a physical.
Just
Yeah,
make sure, right?
Just go get a physical, you know? And so she was harping on me. Finally, I got sick, and I got to go see a doctor. I need something. So while I was there, they hooked me up with this guy, and
Hooked you up, huh?
and before doing that, I kind of said, yeah, and you know, I just need a doctor, you know, from your practice. I need
General
to get a physical, yeah, you know,
physician.
just go forward with someone. And they're like, oh, you love this guy, you know, Dr. So and so. Okay, great. So he comes in, and dude, he's just a total flamer. I mean, just flaming,
really?
and which I don't, whatever, you know. But then I get to thinking, well,
Was it the
No.
lisp? Was he lispy?
it was
Flaming?
it
Was he walking on the balls of his feet?
God, it was the pink and gray checkered kind of pants that he was wearing.
Oof,
It was everything, man. The lisp, it was the whole 9 yards. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, all right, fine, he's gonna give me some antibiotics, whatever. I'm gonna get out of here. And then I think, shit, dude, they just put me down for a physical with this guy,
Oh no!
and that means this guy's gonna grab my nuts.
Yeah, he's gonna grab my junk. Fabulous.
So
Guy was dying to grab your nuts, Jay. You're in good shape.
he was dying to grab my nuts. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, do I cancel this physical? I
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Can I?
You can. You got to be comfortable with your physician. And
Gonna
if
be-
he's way too comfortable with you,
It's gonna be
make
obvious
you
if I cancel
uncomfortable.
the physical, righty?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you know what I did?
what?
I didn't cancel.
You went
I
and let him
the guy
grab your
my
nuts?
nuts.
How did it go?
Just like any other doctor, he was a pro. And what I figured is if he tries to do the finger thing, He's going down. He's going down to Chinatown. I'm taking him right there. There's no way I'm putting up with that because I was way too young. I wasn't even close to 40.
You'd be accused of gay bashing if you took him down to Chinatown.
No, I would have been like, "What are you doing, dude? That's for a 40-year-old. There's no way you should be touching that."
Yeah. What if he said, "I'm just being preemptive"?
No.
Getting an early checkup and.
So would you have canceled?
Well, if I thought it was going to make me uncomfortable, that he was too comfortable with my dick and balls in his hands, yeah.
Don't you got to look at it and go, you know what, the guy's a pro?
Probably.
And,
depends. If he was he in any way inappropriate?
No, not at all.
Okay, well then, yeah. I guess.
But I didn't know that going in.
I mean, if you want your dick and balls in a guy's hand,
I went back
fine.
to my gay doctor and let him cut my dick and
Fondle
balls.
you. Did he stay on there any longer than he should have?
No.
Okay. All right. I mean,
was there any loose talk? Did you guys have conversation during that?
No, he wasn't hitting on me or anything like that. It was very professional.
Did you take it personally that he didn't hit on you? I might have been bummed at that. Like, dude, what's wrong with me? Come on.
Would you have canceled, E?
Probably not, I guess. I don't know.
So you'd be into it. You'd be into that guy grabbing your dick and balls.
Jay didn't cancel, so...
Yeah, he wasn't into it, but you'd be into it. You're like excited for this guy. You're going back for repeat business.
Whatever you want, I guess. Whatever you want me to say.
I'm asking your opinion. I'm just curious.
No, I don't know.
Cancel. Okay.
So
I think we've got audio of what Jay said to the doc, though.
It's totally okay to admit you want this shit. Just walked in there. It's okay.
It's all right.
No, so I went through with it, and then I canceled like a year after that because
He probably thought he's probably still thinking about what he did wrong with that one good-looking guy that came in. I was dying to grab his junk again.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't cancel. I was like, this is homophobic.
Yeah.
You know.
But then in the end, you did.
I did. It reminds me. Ella was at the doctor's today, and she had to get some immunizations.
Uh-oh.
And Gab called me kind of on the way home, as she does oftentimes after these events where the kids are screaming. And, dude, it's awful, right? I've never had to do it. But she goes and,
you bail on all this?
Holding these kids down,
as they're... And she's like 5.
Yeah.
So this is like a nightmare
just
scenario
turned
for a
6,
kid.
yeah. And she told me the other day, I don't ever want to go to the doctors again because they lie to me. They say they're not going to take my blood or give me a shot, and then they do.
Ooh.
So I'm like, very sweet pea. And so she had to go in today. Gab calls me on the way home. She's telling me that, it was awful. She's freaking out. She was yelling, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this.
As they were sticking her with needles.
Picturing that little sweet pie laying there.
Yeah.
Just heartbreaking, man.
Oh, that's brutal. How old?
I don't agree with this.
Why? How long do they have to do that? Because I don't remember getting a shot. I haven't got a shot.
It's these.
I'm not sure my mom ever took me for them. I might not have ever gotten them.
No, you.
My mom didn't really care.
Immunizations. Nobody back then skipped those.
Yeah.
Now people are skipping them, but back then you got them. Believe me.
Maybe
the ones in your leg. Those ones that, just.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure my mom never took me.
Maybe.
Yeah, she said that when she was pregnant with me, she was like, I don't know. Is this going to be something that I'm into? Like, am I going to like this thing when it comes out of me? My mother told me this. And people were like, just wait till you see his face. You're going to just be, oh, my God, you're going to feel love like you've never felt before. And she admitted that when I popped out, it was like no different feeling. None at all. There was no immediate connection, no overwhelming love. It was like,
just never kicked in.
Yeah, it's mine. I'll take it. But there was no some like ma moment where it was like, oh my God, I love this thing more than I've ever loved anything.
It's too bad that happened for us. Yeah.
Did it?
Sure. Yeah. Next one, Keith writes in. This is a good one.
I got over it.
Hey boys, I was listening to episode 208 and realized that my sister and I were at the New Found Glory concert that Eric was at.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
He explained that he was able to crowd surf onto stage and stage dive back into the crowd after interacting with the band. What he failed to mention was everyone doing it was in the age range of 18 to 25, not the old man age of 30.5.
I don't care.
Without knowing it was Eric, we saw him get on stage, and I turned to my sister and said, "Look at this old douchebag." Sure enough, when Eric jumped into the crowd, no one caught him because he's looking a little doughy and supple. Just wanted to make sure that story. Just wanted to share that story with you guys, and thought it was amazing to find out that the old douchebag was Eric.
That's funny. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you telling me,
dude? Young at heart, man.
That's right.
Free spirit. Hey, by the way, real quick, just because he said that, I didn't realize my friend did have kind of a picture of this. Look at this. Is a picture, kind of.
He's got a picture.
Kind of a picture.
Of what?
There I am, going off stage.
You're coming off stage.
Right there. Yeah, in the middle. Right.
You're about to be dropped.
Wow, you do look doughy.
You're about to
Oh, you
drop
can't
about
even
8
fucking
feet
see
onto
that.
concrete.
Is that where you hit concrete?
I don't remember if this is the first or second time, but it's me doing it.
That's awesome. Nice.
That's hilarious. Some guy was like, "Oh, look at this old douchebag." That was me. I love it.
Last one. Porn star Connor checks in. God damn it! Has reached my everyday vocabulary. I say it at work, at home, in front of the kids, and pretty much everywhere else.
God damn it, myself.
He's like us.
Yeah.
Needless to say, my wife isn't impressed. This morning I was dropping my life burdens off at daycare, and mayhem ensued. The baby started wailing, and my 2-year-old was throwing a fit. While trying to figure out which burden needed to be addressed first, I accidentally dropped the bag I was holding, and I lost it. Without thinking, in front of the entire daycare staff, I screamed, God damn it!
God damn it, myself. God damn it. Derek.
God
She's
damn
a
it.
good woman.
I was about halfway through the damn it when I realized what I was doing. Thankfully, the staff was cool and understanding, and there were not any parents in the room. I don't know what it is about that, but it is the perfect release when frustrated. I just need to be more cognizant of when I use it.
Isn't that the
Goodbye,
point, though,
BUI.
to not be cognizant? It just comes out of you. It's a feeling you get.
Yeah.
When you have, you'll know when it's time for a God damn it!
It's like
Marcel!
letting off steam. It's built
Yeah.
up. God damn it!
Yes.
God damn it, Marcel.
It usually happens with insignificant incidents, like you drop a paperclip is a perfect time for God damn it! Drop a penny. God damn it!
Seemingly
Yes.
insignificant.
Mm-hmm. It's not what you'd think, like, well, it could be. You drop a hammer on your toe. God damn it!
No, there you might actually say, fucking A. You know?
That's true. That's true. That might warn a fucking A. Drop a piece of paper. Drop a sticky note.
God damn it!
Yes.
Fail to catch the smelling salt when thrown to you. You got to fail. God damn it!
I wanted to huff that.
Hey, remember, if you listen to the Detroit Cast and you're in the market for a new car, make a trip to Zott Ford, and they can save you $500 on your trade-in when you tell them that the Detroit Cast sent you. Plus, Zott Ford has an award-winning service department as well, and you can save 10% on your repairs, too, if you tell them that we sent you. A fun, good-time dealer with the hottest sales staff in Oakland County, Zott Ford in Holly, just off I-75. Please get up there. Visit them. Go see them.
Yeah.
Give them a call.
We should mention, too, and yeah, they'll actually come to you and deliver a car to you if you feel like, oh, it's too far for me to go. It's not that far. It's straight up 75, exit 98.
East Holly Road.
East Holly Road.
Can't miss it.
Yeah. And we had Ed yesterday talk about
Yeah, his great offer. Go buy one before this weekend. He'll invite you to his party where we're doing the remote on Saturday.
Yep, we'll be there
And
broadcasting live on
He
Saturday.
will pay your first month's payment on your Zott Ford up to $350.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's great.
If you're at all on the fence about getting a car, go get one just for that. You're gonna
Think
save
about it.
$350 and go to a party on Saturday.
You save, you do a 2-year lease. That's 24 payments, and this guy's going to pay one of them.
Just listener Ed, good guy Ed, is going to pay one of your payments.
You don't have a payment this month.
Plus, you get $500 off because you tell him the Detroit Cast sent you.
And you get to go to the sweet party we're having on Saturday.
God damn it!
God damn it! I want to buy a car. She's a good woman. Hasn't given me shit since once I was born. God damn it. She's a good woman. Our Snitchel Jay. God damn it, Margaret! Get Jay a beer and a shot. All right, is that it, Jay?
That's it, man.
All right. God damn it! The show's over. Well, that'll do it. Thanks everybody for hanging with us. We really, really, really appreciate it. Continue to share the show, email the show. We love reading the email. I get more people commenting about the emails. I was surprised at that. I figured it was just kind of a throwaway at the end, but people love hearing the emails.
Oh, they're hilarious to read through all that. I mean, I know a lot of them don't make it, but we read them all.
Yeah, they're
Get
funny.
a kick out of them.
Good stuff. So thanks everybody, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow with an all-new Thursday edition of the Detroit Cast.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to that watch.